Let's find out. Well, it's time to activate the bracket. Drum roll. Sorry for your ears. And this time it's Young Face against Ninja Pang. It's going to be Nick versus Seeker, Kepko versus Paul. I'm watching that. This is the first time there's been in a tournament. I want to make sure we see that. Or that I remember. He might have joined other ones before. Beetle successfully dodged. Not by Tom. Tom's got to get a beetle to the face. Good luck, Tom. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Properly this time. You were at number 30. Thank you very much. Yeah. I corrected myself. I vaguely remembered. Next time you'll win. No, this time you'll win. You just gotta believe. Believe in the cards and throw yourself at their mercy. Are you nerds ready? Start the round. So it's going to be Young Face versus Ninja Pang in game number 1. Let's take a look at their decks. So Ninja brought Inspired Zeal. This is Alumni with Blue Dream and Vernon Roche. A pretty formidable blue coin deck. We got Hefty Helga with Battle Stations and War Council. Stefan Arnold. We saw this deck played before. For consistency, we got Menno. Obviously, War Council, Arnold. And a couple of Magnies as well. There's one Toxicologist for synergy with Abduction. And there's also Sandor. It's literally Kepko's deck. Yep. And then we have Blood Money, Poison, Golden Necker, Bounty. With Teshim, there's a Bank. We got one Salamander Assassin. We got a Purify. Hysteria, a couple, 2 Slanders, a couple Poisons. 2 Chorus Blacksmiths, but generally pretty standard. The artifacts are Candle and Hideout. And then over here we have Guerrilla Tactics with Simless Shear. This is Devotion Eichmann. So Ninja Pang bringing Alumni, Helga. Wait. Okay, I am an observer. Just making sure. And then over here we have Young Face, who brought Pirates, Vampires, Inspired Zeal, and Aristocrats. So the Pirates deck is Hjalmar Sov. Interesting. So Sov has as its targets Savage Bear. Is that the only target? I guess there's Knickers and Roach, but they're not really so. There's not really Sov targets. Just one bear. Okay. Very, very interesting. Blood Scent, Portal with Eskel, Heatwave, Varina, Mastercrafted Sphere. So Eskel means no humans, so no Doragary. But there is a Dimeridium Shackles, and of course these are the 4 Ps for the portal. And there's a Regis and a Morvat, so Naglfar is also there to help with consistency, as well as Royal Decree. It does kind of rely on Portal, but has all of the good 5 Ps and then a couple of Spheres, so a decent amount of control. Miruna before Della. Midrina? Varina, you mean? Yeah, it's a way to deal with engine decks, I think. Because this deck has a couple of Tall Punish, right? And some answers for key cards. But if you have like an engine overload deck, you would kind of struggle against them. Since you can't remove a lot of threats. I don't know. Verena might help there. It doesn't discard as mediocre. It's something. I mean, didn't it come out at like 11p or something? It's been buffed a couple times, I think. Anyone remember what Verena was released at? All monster cards get released as garbage and have to get buffed. Wasn't Omen like 12 provisions? Then we have Inspired Zeal with Meave and Saius. Seltkirk is the Philippa. Interesting deck. So you got it's like Swarm, Zeal, Dueler, and R. There's also Vincent and Revenants, but that kind of works into the whole Swarmy aspect. Swarmy mid-range, I guess. Can I answer bait? Yeah, although Young Face's deck doesn't have a lot of... Like, it's not like it plays Oriana and Detlaf or an Elder or whatever. And yeah, Young Face has patented Vatier, which we've seen him put to great use. So let's see what were the bans. Ninja Pang banned Young's Pirates, and Young Face banned Devotion Shiru. So from Blue Coin, Young Face will have probably Zeal, if I had to guess. Aristocrats love being red coin. Vampires kind of prefer being red coin. In general, vampires struggle with proactivity. I mean, there's a portal in this deck and 4/4p cards, so 2 of them could be played from hand. Vatier without ways to give it Zeal is interesting for sure, but it's also like in this deck, there's Rosa, right? And Emir, and Dames, and Impera Enforcers. Interesting. No Pikemen. So there's plenty of things that need to be answered. He's also running 2 Locks and 2 Servants. And a Van Hamar. And a Vincent. So he's got answers. And he's not playing Scenario, but he is playing Ard Fane. Does a Cujo again, but... Here we go. You guys should have game sound.
Humans.
Vatier is bad, just leader in the engine early. I've seen him get good value from Vatier, so I'm not one to question Young Face. He always does well with his off-meta strats, I'll say. Excellent. So Portal is in hand, along with 2 Spears, a Nekorat, a Flutter, and Young Face did pick Vampires from blue. I also didn't notice that this deck has Novi Justice earlier, so that makes sense why there's 2 Chorus Blacksmiths. Because Furco, Novi, like thins 2 and adds a lot of tempo, which is something that's really helpful for a Golden Necker deck. So TA is used on a Garcane, not TA, Crystal Skull is used on a Garcane. That's going to keep it from getting poisoned or bountied on. But you could Teshem it.
Listen, I just work.
Ninja Pang decides to just, no need to be cheeky, just drops the Chorus Blacksmith. And we should see, I think, either an Alp or a Nekorat here. It is in fact an Alp. Alp is nice because it lets you get a Flutter to 7 the turn that you play it. And right now, Ninja can't really answer the Alp directly. In fact, with the Portal tempo, I don't see Ninja being able to contest around cheaply for red coin. He is going to go ahead and drop a Slander. So it looks like his plan is to drop an Executioner next and get some value that way. Here comes a Flutter and the Alp click to get it to 7 power. And of course now there's 2 Garcanes on the board. Getting 1 point a turn from that Blacksmith. These answers are going to be helpful for dealing with what Ninja is doing. Will we see a Necrorat come down, or is it going to be... It's going to be D-Shackles. Just shuts down the Spender immediately. There you go. Thank you for letting me know. And Ninja just drops the Siri. He has reach with Novi Justice if opponent passes. Well, technically, Youngface is at like 30 points or 29 points if he passed. So it might have been difficult for Ninja to catch up. But not really impossible. The Youngface just drops an Alp and wins the round. Ninja will go into the next round with a Veiled carryover card, which is going to make things really annoying for Youngface to push. And you do need to push, I think. Like, Regis Morvad in a short round are very powerful against Golden Necker Bounty because... Like, while they can Maral one thing, can't really answer both, I don't think. Ninja's gonna mulligan Ignatius. Draws the Salamander Lackey, which I think will be useful. Nope, guess not. Roland is for sure more useful. Incubus gets mulligan because we didn't want to res either of these cards, I guess. Or we didn't have a Necrorat in the graveyard. Wow, okay, Youngface will just pass. He is happy to just pass. Interesting. Without last say for Vamps, Brawl plus Hideout would be insanely powerful, painful. True. The setting up the Devil Answer is not... Oh, because of the location? That's true.
How else am I to pay my tuition at Oxford?
Okay, so location will be the carryover that's placed on the board. Morvad is growing right now, but Regis is not. How many golds does Youngface have in deck? He's got 5 golds. So Naglfar is a little bit questionable right now. I think Ninja Pang's trying to decide if he should play another card or not. He is going to poison his own unit, just to get an extra coin of carryover. He'll have 4 now instead of 3. It also thins his deck, in a sense. When it comes to Golden Necker, he'll have less specials, which will make it more predictable for him to know what he's getting, I think. Although it's not like Pistek is a bad card to get from Golden Necker. You definitely don't want Chorus Blacksmith, though. Since you mulligan Justice as well, you want to be able to Furco into Justice into Blacksmith. And that's what happens. So there's only 2 specials in the deck. One of them is Novi Justice, the other is Slander. Furco will play one, and the other will come from Golden Necker. Better gets mulliganed. And so does Incubus. We're looking for a gold, and we do get more bud.
Call this one the tickler.
So Novi Justice is the opener.
Get out, you baldy-faced baby.
Epka says there's a lot of important stuff missed for bounty. Maybe. Like, you already thinned 2 there, and then 3, like, these 2 are coming out for sure. So there's 5 cards left in the deck, right? 1 will come out. There will be 4, and Ben can play one of them. So, you know. Yes, it's possible all 3 goals will be in deck and you'll have to play bank for this instead of this, but I think that's fine. I think Bounty is happy with this round 3. They're going to have Poison Brothers and Candle. It's going to be very hard for Young Face to deal with that, I think. He does not have... like, he has the Spears, but both Blacksmith and Candle can boost things past Spear range. So I don't really see a way for Young Face to deal with it. This is a rough matchup, to be fair. So it was always a bit of an uphill battle, but here comes Caleb Menge. It should get boosted to 7, and in fact it does. Like, a Drowner would be really helpful here, but we don't have a Drowner, of course. You might like Verena the Menge or something. But Verena luckily gets answered the turn that it's played. Because there's a Menge on the board. You're just gonna leader the Necrorat. The same turn that Menge and then leader on the Necrorat. Interesting. What will Decree be for? Decree is for Escol, and then Naglfar will play Heatwave, probably. Is it just me, or is the play to just kill the Blacksmith now? Force Candle, and then Heatwave the Candle. Seems like Young Face agrees. Yeah, your Spears are not going to get value if there's a spender that boosts on the board.
Moving, or I'll beat you.
Here comes Roland. This should also get a Spear, I think. Because next turn, Gale can kill the Menge if it's not boosted. And Roland is like 1,000,000 points. Right? Young Face would happily replace his entire hand, except we just with Spears in this situation? Yes. You would love to be able to just play removals against Bounty. Gale is 5 provisions now, right? Yeah. It's almost playable. Let's go. So Ninja Bang is in a bit of a... I mean, I think Executioner is an easy play for him. He drops the Maral. Wow. Okay. It's gonna be Gale next. Has to be. There is no peace as long as there's a Caleb on the board. Don't you think? Caleb used to have no cooldown? That's crazy. You could just board wipe, right? With a Caleb and a Freak Show. Plus, Freak Show used to have Insanity, right? I bet that was fun. So wasn't Freak Show like 6 provisions or something? Whoa, what is this? Necrorat. Instead of Gale. What? We're just gonna let the manga just live?
Late for the best buyers.
Yeah, I don't know. Like there's a reason for it, but I mean maybe he didn't like. Maybe he didn't want to have a turn where he just wasn't getting points, but he could have leadered. I don't think you need to save both leaders. There are 6 cards left and you have 2 leaders, and if all you're trying to do is go Regis, there's other targets to leader, right? Third spear would be so good right now. True. Decree, then leader, then yeah. Decree for what? For Escol? It's just Varina.
It won't help.
He's just trying to leave as many points for as late as possible. He's trying to outpoint Ninja's board with Regis and Morvat. So, like, I get that. But these coins are gonna become points once there's a candle on the board. And so, giving him bounty targets, I think, causes problems there.
We are heroes, Mama. Are we not?
Yeah, see, like that's an extra six coins now. So Escol will be for Hale. I think you gotta Naglfar now and hope to find Heatwave. I don't know. I don't know if you can win otherwise. Because every point you put on the board is like 1.2x points for your opponent. Right? Yeah, we're not playing Flutter. There's no point in playing Flutter in this matchup. Okay, he does Naglfar into the Heatwave. That's great for him. Take the candle, right? Right? Surely you take the candle. Don't be a Shinmiri. Oh no, he did a Shinmiri! I used to have these like raging arguments with Shin like 2 years ago where he would say candle's not worth heat waving. Nowadays he'll heat wave it. But like he used to just not believe in heat waving candle. Maybe Paja finally convinced him it's worth doing. But like, goddamn, like, oh, it's the trap. It's the trap of like, I don't want to heat wave a small like oh that's 17. No, because his spenders are all offensive. Without candle, nothing he does matters. You're never gonna get another Gale either, as long as this candle's alive. Well, 34 points. That's more than... There's more... If he spends his coins with this candle, that's more points on this side than we have here. Plus he'll spread them, so Escol won't get as much value. You can leader the Moral and Gaelid in the same turn, I guess. We are going to go ahead and play Eskel now. On the Caleb. That's probably correct. But there's already a okay. That happens. Bit of a misplay by Ninja making Caleb also be the tallest target, in my view. Like, you just boost the morale with Candle. And then you spend once with this. Oh, he's gonna boost it with Gellert, okay. He wants to keep the Witch Hunter Executioner out of Gale range. It makes sense. And this Gale is now just... It's a pickle. It's been living in our hands so far, it started to smell. Like, short of Ninja misplaying and letting us get to 3 power, how would that even happen? No, you just gotta Gale it now and hope Ninja doesn't boost it, and then you Regis it next turn. Yeah, the Gale on the Mega was so free! That didn't get applied like 3 more bounties! What's this leader at? Leader can give him 1 coin, but he needs 2 coins to be able to boost with Candle. This Candle, by the way, being alive is going to also like keep the morale alive, which means like the morale will kill us an 18 pointer on our side. Like, Candle is the thing you kill. I can't stop harping on this. If you're against a Syndicate deck that is bounty, whether it's Golden Necker or non-Golden Necker, always Heatwave Candle, unless the Candle's at like 7 coins already or something. Like, there's a threshold at which point Candle's gotten value enough that you there's no point. But like, when it's at 3, like, you fucking Heatwave the Candle. Just do it. Just don't think about it. Just trust me. It's the thing to do. Yeah, he's gonna throw a Fist Deck and then heal the morale. It's like, why not? He'll boost the morale now. I don't think he could have before. Vamps win now? How? Defenders? I just think that, like, Azar plus Candle is the problem, and not defenders. Like, when one deck that happens to have a card, like, when double Salamander is what you're losing to, and you blame the defender because it's keeping you from killing the devil, like, the problematic card is the thing doing the problem, not the thing that counters your counter to the thing. Just, like, I don't know. It's like, if your house is on fire, the problem's the fire, not the door that's closed and you can't leave. Like, it's just prevent the, I don't know. I'm more of a cause kind of guy. But that one's less clear-cut than my Candle business. There you go. Tesham doing... Yeah, this is over. Tesham did 15 damage there. That's crazy. Because this applies a status. Game losing my Fist Stick? Why do you guys think that Fist Stick was so bad? The Fist Stick let him heal up morale, prevent it from dying, right? But he didn't boost the morale. Okay. So Ninja Pang wins game 1. And his bounty gets through. If he didn't heal the morale for... Yeah, that was odd, right? Kept going. Like, I don't know. What was he scared of? Heatwave and Eskel were gone. Like, it's just a free call punish. Heatwaving the candle wins because the Executioner and Moral can both get killed by Gale and Regis. And then we end up escalating a 17 instead of a 9. Right? The 9 is really like an 8 because one of those points is free from candle. But like you're going uniless against bounty, and the only spender that your opponent has is candle. Right? Because every other spender is like offensive. So yeah, first you Gale the Caleb, and then you Heatwave the candle, and then it's a win. I don't have to do the math to know that one. Like it seems like that's like because one strat is like to try and get your board state ahead of the bounty opponent and then kill their damage spenders as they come. But I don't think that was doable, and Youngface didn't seem to think that was doable. He went the other way. He went like the uninteractive route. But now we have alumni from blue against vampires. Oh boy. I used to have nightmares about this matchup.
Wager I can cast from with my foot.
So this one's gotta get Heatwave or Escold. You gotta answer what? 5 students in this matchup? Good luck. Okay, we're not answering. I guess we can always answer it next turn. He can play it in any order he wants. The only rule is if you win with a deck, you can't play it again. So Ninja couldn't play Bounty again. That's it. Okay, I really want to know what Youngface's plan is here. Obviously, Escape Enter's not an acceptable plan. We're playing Rune Word. Is it going to be a spicy Spellweaver, or is it going to be a safer Banard student? Those are the 2 choices, right? Because you play a student, it gives you insurance against this student getting like Heatwaved or something. He's going to be alumni. Okay, that's actually probably the better option anyway, if you think these are going to live. Is Youngface planning to just pass? That would explain the cards he's chosen to play. Like, there's 2 students on the board. But wouldn't Ninja just play down to 4 anyway? In this situation? Does he play Necromancy? Yeah. So this is a free alumni for him. Hey, we're just killing the Necrorat. Cool. It's gonna be kind of tragic. Vampires just losing twice and then Youngface me out of the tournament. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but that's what seems to be happening.
Folks say we live like princesses. If only they knew.
Alright, we got melee students at 5, range students at 4. I don't know what I'm casting anymore. Just sadness, I guess. Okay, so there is a world where Young Face just stays in the round until Ninja passes, for some reason. Like maybe Ninja doesn't want to play Chapter, Gerhardt, Vernon. And then Young Face will try to bleed? Now we're heat waving. Okay. Alright, 37 to 19. The Young Face is now ahead on even, thanks to the tempo from Portal and this flatter. Alumni are at 7 and 5. Interesting. I don't think using a heat wave there is too expensive. Like, I wanted him to use it right off the bat, right? Is there a reason why Young Face hasn't passed yet? Okay. 41 to 17. Oh yeah, this one also has demo band. I forgot. Demo band at least goes to 6 when you zeal it. So a spear can answer it. Demo band double roast Shawnee with wenches. Yeah. Well, he doesn't have to answer them all, right? He just has to bleed them out. And he can incubus a student to the front row and give himself a feed, I guess. Or a Garcane if he's going to go deep in this round. Like, winning on even round 1 and then having a 3-card round 3 with Regis and more of a... Might be able to outpoint, like, a Gerhardt Roche? No. I don't know what I'm saying. Like, it's just not happening. Here comes Incubus.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
Gets the melee to not on the Ranger. That's actually better because this one has 7 power. It's no longer usable this round. But you don't want to Gale this.
Magic must remain in worthy hands.
Because then it would be available for Shawnee or whatever.
To die by your side, a pleasure, a privilege.
Just an 11-point alumni from Chapter of Wizards. And then next round it'll spawn a 9-point alumni with a click. Next turn. Just a 20-point Chapter of Wizards. No big deal. Pirates got removed. Could aristocrats have dealt with alumni? He had enough lots.
Your blood smells sweet.
I don't think NR could have dealt with it, but I think maybe aristocrats was a better choice if you think Ninja's going to play alumni from blue, which you kind of have to assume he is. Alumni loves blue. So maybe queuing vampires this game was wrong? I don't know. You believe? You believe in this? He's gonna... He could click. He's just saving the click at this point. I think that we'll go the entire series without Gale getting a single kill. It seems like it's just not... Is Queen of the Night in hand? Oh, it's already played. Okay. Just pretend the Kale killed the manga. Oh. Okay, so this little boy is gonna go into the graveyard.
Naturally, of course.
And that's a good thing for Ninja Pang. Should he like get a Shawnee out, that Shawnee can get him now an 11-point card. So Gale does get a kill on the alumni. Ninja got a little bit greedy maybe with the chapter wizards. I mean, maybe not.
The life of a source isn't a bed of roses, I tell you.
Are we gonna see a PMP on this alumni? Because I don't think you want to let this get to 5. And it is a great Eskel target, so... I don't see Ninja floating it. Oh, this is interesting. Using the chapter click to get a Spellweaver. And then playing another alumni. Why are we trying to remove Gale? I guess it doesn't matter. So suddenly there's a massive point swing to the other side from clicking chapter and clicking Gerhardt. Or playing Gerhardt into PMP. Gerhardt into PMP is like... It's like the Henselt combo of this deck, but you don't need any leader charges for it. He's afraid of getting a Dwym from PMP. That would make... Yeah, that explains it. Why I click this. It's just he could have had another alumni with... Or if he had done it earlier, but... It makes sense what he did. Ninja still has Roche and Blue Dream and Demovan. This is what makes, like... Bleeding so difficult. Oh boy. Are we gonna Regis this or something else?
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit.
So Naglfar goes Regis Wormwood, which you knew was gonna happen. Now Decree can be used for something else. This would be a great Gale target, by the way. Too bad you can't Gale your own units. Hey, Jesse.
Moment. Must record.
Alright, so there's the first row. She gets an Oxenford Scholar. He gets boosted by 5. This Scholar played for 10 points. That's crazy, because it's a mage. No, it's not a mage. Never mind. He played for 8. Still very good for a 4P card. I mean, I feel like you want to trade as far down as possible, right? The only question is, what card do you play with Decree? He's gonna play Eskel.
No problem.
Okay. Yeah, Eskel's an alumni. And he's gonna get the Roche, but... Youngface knows that his Morva is top deck. So I think he should trade the Decree. But... we'll see what he does. Blue Dream the Gale. That would have been so cool, actually. He's gonna play Demovan instead of Blue Dream. Okay. Demovan on Dwim? Oh. Yeah. And then he also thins a Winch and a Centurion Spellweaver, making it basically guaranteed that he gets Shawnee, Alumni, PMP. Well, it's going to make his Roche next round really good too. All of these cards are 1,000,000 points. Like, each of them is... Every card here is an Alumni. That's an Alumni, that's an Alumni, that's an Alumni, that's an Alumni, that's an Alumni. That's probably an Alumni. So he's going to play 5 Alumni in a 3-card round. Each Alumni will play for... like 11 points, possibly. Yeah. Like, if Youngface can just play another card, he absolutely should. And a Necrorat is enough to get ahead. Please play another card. Even an Alp is enough. Oh, click it, click it! Okay. Oh my god. An Alp actually wouldn't have been enough. An Alp would have been short 1 point. So that's gonna force the Roche. Yeah, this is why... I mean, Ninja will still have Chapter of Wizards. You know what? You shouldn't Blue Dream the Roche. I mean, he can play anything, right? Like, he doesn't have to be Gale. He can... I mean, Verena is, like, would have been really cute, too, technically. Yeah, it's gonna be Gale. It's gonna be Gale on the Fiend. You saw it. A 13-point Gale played by NR. Oh, sorry. I forgot I moved my mic to my keyboard tray. Knocking it around with my foot. This is now a feet stream. Feet ASMR. Okay, so there's the play. That's actually a good card, the Fiend. Where if Ninja plays Shawnee on the front row, you just discard, I think. Because then every Alumni is only 4 points. But, I mean, he could just play one on the back and then Chapter on the back. Spear is good. Spear is an excellent card. Well, PMP mints, he mulliganed though. He mulliganed the PMP, didn't he?
So soon.
This is the problem because you can't spear this. Chapter Wizard is an Alumni, like there's no doubt about it.
But we shall prevail.
He just doesn't have to do it until later. This is gonna be a 4-point spear and then a click and then a Chapter Wizards and a leader charge, like. This is 15 points. This is 4. And then this is also 9 points. Right? So there's 28 points left on Ninja Pang's side. He's going to be at 32, and this is going to be 17. That's not going to be enough.
We have each other's backs. That's more than most.
Oh, I didn't even count the points from here. The 34 points. And this is after winning on even, bleeding out both Roche, Blue Dream, and Demovand. Just for the record, like what Youngface did was he won on even by playing bronzes on a Heatwave. He bled out Gerhardt, Roche, Demovand, Blue Dream, and Chapter of Wizards, one of the clicks. And he still got absolutely trounced in round 3. And he played Regis in round 2 only to be ahead by like 0 points. Right? Like Alumni are just not a deck you can deal with as vampires. I used to have nightmares about that matchup. You're just not like what you need to do is win, like kill every student. Like if you Heatwave one student, Eskel another student, and like spear the other 2 and then Gale a third or something, then what happens is Alumni will just play Spellweavers instead of Alumni. And you already used all your removals, so it's... Like, I don't think he would have been able to bleed as much if he hadn't played Regis round 2. Like, opponent could have hero passed, basically, or it would have been like where his last card wouldn't have had enough reach, because the Necrat only got him ahead by 0. Like the Necrat tied, and that was the 6-point last card. But yeah, Youngface is out of the tournament. Ninja Pang advances to the next round. And we're going to be watching Kepko versus Paul. Omega Paul. So, what did Paul bring? Took a break from Gwent, came back, and brought 4 spicy decks. Yeah, I think I don't know that there was... Like, I would have played a little differently game 2, but I don't think my play was better. Game 1, there was I think it was winnable for him against Bounty if he did the Gale and the Heatwave the way that I suggested, but I don't think game 2 was really winnable. Okay, so we got Paul here with Battle Station War Council. Looks like it's a Soldiers deck with Illusionists and Lemons. A Fawn Truffle looks pretty solid, pretty standard. We got Bounty with Graydon and Heatwave and Neuromancy, plus the usual suspects. There's a Kalkstein as a Purify. There's one cheeky Vigilantes and a BGF. And then we got Mahakam Forge, Golden Necker, with Unicorns, Novi Justice, Land of 1,000 Fables is interesting. I guess it's a tutor for Golden Necker. Who are the bans? These guys knew what they were banning. So there was this Death Wish deck. Where is it? Wait, am I looking at Kepko's decks? Oh, I was. Oh no. There's a Golden Necker Self Boon here. Let me look at Tracer's decks. So we had a Tactical Decision Geralt deck with Reins and Battle Stations. This looks like an Albrecht Constructs deck. Or it's not Golden Necker Albrecht, it's like non-Golden Necker Albrecht. But it does have the reveals. There is a Hidden Cache Forgotten Treasures deck with Madame, and also a Passive Flora. So double scenario syndicate with Townsfolk. No Igor, but Townsfolk and Slice of Duckresses. Makes sense. Thunderscrew, etc. There was a Dagon Sienna AQ deck with Iteran. Oh, this got banned. Saggies. We won't get to see this, I don't think. Well, unless Paul wins this series. This was cute. This was a cute deck. It was like you get a bunch of Weavises or whatever, and then you like machine gun the enemy units down with Manticore, and like you drop one of these, which you have like six procs on the deploy, or you get like 6 harpies from an egg. That's not the plan. The plan was to get lots of Dagons. With 2 control less Golden Ecker, there's no way to let it unbanned. We're all judging you, Kepco. You're the villain of this story. I don't think anyone in chat's rooting for you. We all hope you lose. Chat, type 1 if you hope Kepco loses this. First form Dagon, really? Boo, Capco bringing good decks, boo. Boo trying to win. Look at there, saying good luck, have fun, like a gentleman. Like a person of culture. So what else did he bring? He also brought a Yen Illusionist, Iteran. Oh boy. Is this the Patch Cell Fury deck? No, it's the Self Food boy. Interesting. There's Megascopes for these guys, which has synergy with this. There's a Meteor Shower.
Tremble before the light of the great sun.
Okay. So we got Double Scenario Syndicate versus soldiers. Soldiers with a side of soldiers and also some soldiers. And then scenarios that play soldiers or boost soldiers. Not scenarios, artifacts. Or create soldiers. It's a very soldiery kind of deck. We're going to open with Arcbane Heavy Cav and give it Veil. So what happens with Veil is normally when you play a card, if this is on melee, it will do like 1 damage, right? To the card that's played and then lock itself. Because it has Veil, it can't lock itself, so it was just a 2 damage to every card that you play kind of situation. Now it's going to be 3 to the next card that's played. So it kind of helps like combos with these other like damage cards like crossbows and light cav. There's 3 damage there. But there's only 2 flanks. And there's other cards that want to be on the flank, so interesting. He could play light cav on the right side to guarantee a kill, but he chooses not. Okay, he does. This light cav will now kill the Slice Seductress to deny the bonded. This should do 1 ping. So the next card that's played will take 2 damage and then another 2 damage. That's going to be a little rough for Paul. He's going to go ahead and play a Passive or a Peach. Did he overprofit? Did he overprofit there? I don't think so. Oh, he's got the Redanian in his hand. That's unfortunate. And Kepko just passes. He decides that his 4 points a turn might be enough, but it's actually not going to be enough. So, or maybe that's not it. Maybe he just would rather defend the bleed up a card. But there's not going to be a bleed. Double scenario. I don't know. I don't know why he decides to go long round against double scenario. Maybe he just has enough answers with his, like, four locks. There's only one slave driver, right? Yeah, 2 locks plus Ramon plus slave driver. 4 locks and a heat wave. Maybe that's enough. Are we gonna see Madame? Oh, we're gonna see Madame. Okay, okay. Right, because he has to get to, like, Paul has to get to 9 points. Not just to pull out the Flying Redanian, but also to proc Flinder's crew. Well, not 9, but 7 in this with this leader. So on the other side, we see battle stations into crossbow, followed by illusionist into a seductress. And that takes Paul to 6 coins, so he just needs 1.
3, 2, 1, go!
Hey. Yeah, he can spend actually, because vote comes out at 7. And Flinder's crew has been reached. Did he not get Flinder's crew proc in round 1? Surely, because he went to 9 coins once. So why is... Okay, now it's a 1. Okay, okay. Kepko responds by playing Bacala, which gives him an Imperial Fleet and a Marine. Does not... Because it's spawn and not play, it doesn't proc the damage from the crossbow. And all just passes. All he wanted to do was thin. But we could see a mushy truffle because it's more carryover. And then he could open with lemons next round, possibly, or something else, I guess. There's verification and there's heat wave. So there's actually 2 answers to scenario available.
Nice cars. No, they don't hurt.
But he plays lemons. Why did he play lemons at all? Is lemons not useful for removing Redanian? I guess not. I guess it's not a card he was going to play later. He would have played for 9 points. And he decides that these other cards are worth more than 9. Oh my god, Flinder's crew was the last card in the deck! Bro!
Not today.
And he missed this. Like, this deck thins to 1.
For the Empire,
Not like this. Immediate verification on Novigrad.
Fuck you, Nilf garbage.
Oh my god. I just can't right now. Right, this is actually...
to see a fear one day with mine own eyes.
I mean, that's a lock, right? No? Guess we don't really care. Press F to pay respect to Paul, yeah.
Have you ever laid eyes on a deception of such grandeur?
I mean, the scenario was gonna get heat waved, and the gut run was gonna get locked. So, like, it didn't really matter, but... Flinder's crew not being there makes Treasure Huntress a lot worse, too. It's all bad.
Son,
Blackwater water's still got its teeth.
Leader? Leader? Oh, interesting.
Hey ho, proposed.
Guess he'd rather infuse now. Because the points are going to come from the townsfolk.
Bilge rats, not on this ship.
So Kepko's not really locking stuff because he didn't draw any of his locks. I don't know. Paul might be able to do something here. He could drop a townsfolk and then like infuse.
Another month's coin gone in an instant.
Okay, there's the first townsfolk's gonna get locked. Gudrun is alive though. That's something.
Was the one with discipline, my lords.
Okay, so it's the treasure huntress that gets locked. Should see the other townsfolk next.
Do you have a loyalty discount?
And this is correct positioning on the infusions. You want these to be before the salt.
Axes out. Ready to board.
The one deck that gives illusion good value. Lots of decks give illusionist value, but this is very good value. That's why I thought maybe infusion on one of the seductresses might have been good.
The Emperor shall be proud of his sons. I'm gonna lose your teeth too.
I'm losing a little bit of points on salt.
Reality is that which, though we believe it no more, does not go away. Veloa! Evelian!
Alright. Will Afon be enough points to deal with townsfolk? I don't think it will be, actually.
I only loot corpses. Except sometimes they're quite fresh.
Can you smell it? Victory is on the wind.
Yeah, looks like Paul may have done it. 81 to 75, and he still has a card to play. Plus, he's getting points here.
His trader catching the day.
100 to 71. Easy game. Okay. Turns out going long round against double scenario townsfolk was not good, even if they missed their... Yeah, missing your locks was kind of tragic. And a slave driver, right? So maybe if he had all those locks, he could answer everything. That, But at the same time, the treasure huntress was on the board for 3 turns, and he could have been locked at any time. Since Novigrad was answered, and treasure huntress was, could have been locked, there was no other source of coins. Like, okay, Novigrad was verified. Scenario gets heat wave. If the treasure huntress is locked, then those townsfolk never grow. Or at least they grow half as fast. Those 2 infusions carried the game. So I think maybe with a slightly different line, Kepko wins that. Even though he missed his locks. ACV dub. I'm not, but some very talented people are Gwent. And you just missed a really interesting game. But lucky for you, this tournament is going to be on YouTube. When I'm against Horde Syndicate, I just always want to bleed them. So that's why I was really surprised by Kepko's fast. But his plan was just to lock everything, and he did have enough locks. He just didn't draw them.
No door is closed to me.
Okay, so now we have a Sunset Wanderer Albrecht Reen stack. It's Hyper Thin Reveal, right? And he opens with a Diploid Infiltrator, which can be kind of cheeky, although this is not as big a threat to Kepko's deck, you might think. And Kepko immediately responds by playing Battle Stations. So he wants to win on red coin, preferably on even, this game.
I bring death. Quite literally.
Paul's deck doesn't really have engines that can be answered, but it does have carryover from Albrecht. That's generally how it plays. Wow, but Kala also. Illusionist on Infiltrator. Oh! You know? That could really screw things up, yeah. Paul might end up regretting taking that Infiltrator.
I live to serve you.
Big Lyria Raid! Welcome in, everyone. We have our weekly community tournament. Currently, we're in round 2, and you're watching Paul versus Kepko. Paul is playing Sunset Wanderers Hyperthin, and Kepko's playing Battle Station Soldiers Artifact. Hey, Lyria. Thank you for the raid. Thanks for the follow, Starlord91. We did this tournament every Sunday, and you can watch the previous ones on YouTube. Mr. Lyria participated in tourney number 100, actually. But everyone's welcome to join, new players or not. It's a really good way to learn and really good way to test your decks in an environment that isn't ladder RNG. You get to play against open deck lists, you have picks and bans, and you get to really see what decks work best. So Paul decides to give up the round on even, given what was committed, what was on the board. He keeps his Sunset Wanderer for defending the bleed. On the other side, there is a Mushy Truffle and a War Council that can be played for carryover, and of course there's a Fawn. There's the Infiltrator, which is going to be... So in round 1, Paul played an Infiltrator from a Diplo, and we were just saying that it was going to be the bane of his existence from Illusionists. But of course that's not how it works, because it doesn't stay in the graveyard.
Does not go away.
It is in fact in Kepko's deck, Kepko's hand now, but played from hand, if it doesn't get locked, it will be annoying.
We go where the Empire has not yet reached.
Honestly, I would just play that here to infiltrate that. Yeah, I mean, maybe that was a line. Kepko's taking the wholesome route, I guess.
Why aren't you listening? Listen to me sing, damn it.
Or not wholesome, but the less hateful. Like, the way that I play Gwent, I play like a rank 3 player, right? Like, if opponent's trying to do something, I don't care if it loses me the game. I will try to stop it. I will like murder my own deck just to not let their meme work. That's how you play Gwent, right? You just play it with hate and fury in your heart. Listen to me sing, damn it. This isn't even a premium. Should we ban Paul from the tournament for bringing a non-premium Snowdrop? Oh boy. I don't know. You guys remember that for the longest time we used to complain about tokens not being premium, and then one day CDPR announced finally that they were gonna premium all the tokens, and now nobody talks about it. But like, this guy's premium. Let's appreciate that. Let's appreciate that Morvan Voorhis is a premium. And the little drones became premium. Now we can play a premium game for premium players. So here comes Battle Stations from Paul to try and... Yeah, he is kind of aura farming. And now we're going to see Ramon into Illusionist. Just for 9 points. Not too shabby. 13-point Ramon.
Axes out! Ready to board!
Nilf Chad wins here. Excellent prediction. They didn't finish, and those they did are inconsistent outside of leaders. Which tokens are not premiumed?
Lieutenant Flat will lead the scouts.
Fight for the Emperor!
Maybe it's Pavel. Maybe it's not Paul. Let's not be hasty. When is this Marine gonna find the Albridge, by the way?
Without hesitation.
It's crazy. 33 to 58. Heat wave on the snowdrop. Makes it so Paul can't hero pass. We should see Frenzy Dow at least. Right? Tepka wants to play that infiltrator so bad. He kept it in hand for a reason, right? He could have mulliganed it. Maybe it's Popka. True. Could be Popka Gale. Interesting. That was a 1 power card and had 3 turns. I guess it was 2 with a pawn. Had 3 turns of 1 damage a turn.
Watch close.
There will be rain or
Oh no. Zarthisius. And this is where always bleeding Hyperthin gets really painful because they have to start playing their reveal cards if they're in hand.
For the Empire.
These illusionists are getting so much extra points because of the crossbows, like 4 points extra on each illusion.
For a rematch.
So here comes Reigns. Answers at least a crossbow. And will Kepko try and play Infiltrator here? Because he'd have to leader.
I always find a way.
Oh no, just Truffle. He saves the leaders. Yeah, Vilgeforce on the Infiltrator is actually enough points. He doesn't even have to click the Reins. Reins is going to keep his order. Just haunt you in your dreams. There was a green that was not clicked. Hey, I think. The Elf token? Really? The Dead Eyes don't have a premium? So, does Paul win?
Pride of the Navy!
Because that's Albridge, and this is going to go to... I mean, there's a War Council,
Nothing to
but
pick up when I'm done with you.
there's no Tall Punish here. Oh, that's still enough points. I mean, he also has a break, but this is just 10 points. Well, this is 6, this is 2, 8, and then this is an extra. I can't do math. Oh my god, it's a 1-point game! Wow. Crazy. So that ties up the series 1-1. Is my YouTube chat dead? Stream, rather? You'd be tilted? Why? So I haven't changed anything.
Hello.
This time it's going to be dwarves against the same hyper thin deck. I thought Paul did a great job playing that. It's just maybe he got a little unlucky with the Zarth. We're having to use Vilgefortz.
Defeat them with hunger, crush them with thirst.
It's because I'm using enhanced broadcasting, maybe.
You'll regret your...
All right, welcome back, guys. Sorry about that. We had a technical issue we had to fix.
In the whole flowing north.
Thank you, Rich.
Of course, as you wish, master.
Just that didn't fix the underlying issue, but I'm not gonna mess with it.
Done it.
Okay, so we got Tempo Dwarves getting a pretty big lead in round one, and Paul passes, but Paul kept his sunset, and I don't understand the single marine. Because if you have two of them, then they can bounce the Aldrich, right? Is that what people do, or is it just like an engine? Yeah, the YouTube is broken, unfortunately. I just didn't notice until recently that it wasn't working. Like, I think it never started working. So I'm gonna have to export the YouTube VODs and stitch them together for the YouTube. Like, I don't know. I must have changed something because whatever I do, it's not going live on YouTube.
Without hesitation.
My men know the meaning of sacrifice.
And the water, my lord. Not too warm, I trust.
Don't make me laugh.
Neath the ground rest countless wretches and corpses.
And we like broke the Twitch VOD and like lost all the lurkers. So it is what it is. Let's focus on the games. We have a Siri Nova on the board with Resilience. And Paul is defending the bleed by using Leader. He didn't draw Snowdrop, which is a bit of a problem. I'm not sure what we'll place on top, but it wasn't Aldrich. So. It was Snowdrop. So now Snowdrop will be in hand. No. What? Because this shuffles it back. Oh my god. So I think he played Courier and put Snowdrop on top, hoping to draw it, but then because he played Triss, he didn't get the Snowdrop. It wasn't even, it was 0 damage because they had a shield. And this Unicorn from Kepco is just gonna... Oh, he's gonna tempo this Hyper Thin deck into Oblivion. This is 9 points at least. Terry with the 9 months. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Derp Sus. So this Vic of our novice will at least get 2 points of carryover. And get him ahead. On the other side, Kepco has like 9 plus 5. Like, I don't even want to count how much. There's 5 resilient. Like, this is a disgusting amount of carryover. And he draws Cranmer. He's got some armor payoffs. I don't think he needs the lock, because this deck doesn't play Doedric. So it's just going to be like Chariot first. Airgarth with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, Airgarth. Hey, Ugly. No, this is not upgraded. CV Dub with the bits. Let's go. Appreciate it. Grats to MMX. Hickeys. Quart DT. Crazy Doodoo. Piscotrios. I recognize all these names. I've had some new lurkers. Happy Derp Days. Thank you, Ergoth. Appreciate it. His Majesty is currently lounging in some fresh laundry. But I'll see if he can make an appearance later. So Reigns gets locked.
You crossed the wrong sorceress.
Triss would have been great here because you remove one of these armor units. I guess not that great. This gives an allied unit 3 armor. So it's actually going to be very good with Cranmer, right? Well, it's just going to be 3 extra points, but... all of this extra carryover is really helping make this very close. And I think Paul is trying to decide if he's going to Vilgefortz his own units for +8 or kill this. And I think killing... no. He should Vilga his own Albrecht out. That's with perfect knowledge of like the cards. But he goes for the kill on Gabor. Because I think the kill on Gabor was 11 points, and on his own card it would have been 13. But I don't think it's gonna matter. Yeah, it wasn't a 2-point game. It was that bleed in round 2, like, plus all the resilience. That it was just too much. So Paul ends up losing twice with his Hyper Thin deck and loses the series 2-1. But a good showing nonetheless. Game 2 was a 1-point game. So very close. So let's take a look at the bracket. Looks like everybody else's games are finished. So we got Seeker versus Kepco and Ninja Peng versus Tom Who Laughs. We watched a Kepco game and a Ninja Peng game, so it's up to you guys. Tell me which game you want to see. Type 1 for Seeker versus Kepco, type 2 for Ninja versus Tom Who Laughs. And Rich, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Oh, hey, we are live on YouTube finally. All right, somehow I got it to work. I see 2 2s and 3 1s. 4 1s. No, wait, you changed your... Rich, stop changing your vote. Oh no, that's just an exclamation mark, not a 1. My bad. People blind. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the round. We already saw Capco's decks. It was these 4. The soldiers with artifacts, bounty, non-devotion bounty with Kalkstein. We had Golden Necker dwarves with all the resilience and a lock and a spear. And then we had the Golden Necker Ursan Ritual, which we did not get to see last game, with Flaminica, Blue Boy, and all the usual Melusine, Ceres, etc. He's going to be playing against Seeker. And Seeker beat Nick 2-0. Interesting. So Nick, if you don't know, it's like won 3 of the last 4, I want to say. Something crazy. Seeker has brought an Fruits deck with Enchanted Armor. This is a Lilith's Omen deck. Looks like Riptide is back to 9 power. Right, I didn't even look at the Balance Council. I was so depressed I didn't even want to look at it. I just assumed it would be bad. I should probably look at it at some point. We have an Henselt Stockpile deck with Drog. Stockpile Drog with Ada. Interesting. Crazy Doodoo, thank you for the follow? Wait, did you unfollow? Just so you could follow? Welcome back. Nick easily whoops me whenever I'm on ladder. No way he got 2. He got 2-0'd. Akatosh, maybe you should play in the tournament. And we have a Symbiosis deck with Aquin and Escol. And then a Shoop Soldiers deck, or Shoop Formation deck, I should say. There's a couple soldiers. This looks like the most standard Shoop Artifacts deck. So this should be a close series, or an interesting series. Let me take a look at the, just the peek. This is my first impression, but like I haven't seen these before. Svalbard got a power increase. Where's I Love Bears? wait, why? Why did Selkirk get a power buff? And the Cat Fiona got a power buff? I guess nobody was fighting it, so I can understand power buffing it. This card's gonna ruin somebody's day. The Beast got a power buff. Why? That makes it worse. It reduces its ceiling. It should have gotten a provision buff, not a power buff. Kikimor Warriors, 4 power now? That's why Hive Mind got nerfed, I guess? I don't know. This is... Corsair got a power buff. Cultist got a power buff. Hey, I support this. This got over nerfed. This card is still shit. I mean, keep power buffing it. Maybe someday it won't be shit, but just, it's still shit. Aquin got a power reduction. Draco Turtle lost a power. Okay, hold on. Game's waiting on me. Imagine not liking Cult. Yeah, we have a cultist command. For a reason. Core is always wrong. On this stream, you should know. If I can mess up the score, I will. Okay, literally my keyboard's not doing keyboard things. He won 2-1, guys. But now we're in the semifinals. So So now we're in the semifinal. Need to play more American Truck Simulator? Somebody give me that. I'll play it. Wolfpack needs a provision buff. You, sir, you've had an extra Wolfpack blueprint and you didn't give it to me. We're not friends anymore. But also, I have some duplicate blueprints. You have a mule account? Can I rent some storage space in your locker? Okay, so Hepco selected. Wait, does this run Curse Scroll? Does he run Curse Scroll in this? Yes, he does. Okay. So he wanted to use, I guess he used it to get Melusine while I wasn't paying attention. And then the Drummond Queensguard. That was a nice Snickers position, by the way. The Drummond Queensguard went down to 4 power, got jousted. That's the only joust, so... We apologize. We had some gnoblins run into our production studio. Had to take care of them. They're gone now.
Accept our sacrifice!
So this priest damaging the Melusine is boosting the protector back to 5 from 4. Kepco's got some engines going. And Seeker does not. Well, he has two a turn, I guess. This is also 2 a turn, but there's carryover being gained. So the longer this round goes, I think the better it is for Kepco, at least at the moment. That might change, but for now, I think Kepco's happy playing. He's got cards he can still play pretty comfortably. And since this is a cultist, he can apply a rain. I think he should. Yeah, because rain also boosts this. Like clicking this for rain is a 3-point gain. And then Hofru is going to get benefit from just healing the Melusine to full. But there's no more healing happening here. There's Fearless is about to pop out. It's got 1 charge left. Later, Mastigos. Have a safe drive.
Pansy.
This music makes me want to assemble my legions and invade Gaul. You know? But there's the Sarah's Fearless popping out after Melusine is used. And the Quartermaster comes down and gets some more points. And then Ceres is used to proc the heal to get the Singer to spawn another Siren. I'm not sure how much longer Seeker can stay. Yeah, he has to pass. Like 27, like he was down 20 points, and there's so many engines here, especially with these going. He was about to get passed on. There's nothing worse than like you're a red coin, you're playing, and then your opponent passes, and then you can't catch into. Like you just feel terrible. So there is a Calvite that wasn't played, right? Because this is a Shoop Calvite deck, doesn't have a lot of tactics. Calvite's not necessarily going to be in your hand round one most of the time. And Kepko is going to do at least a soft push. He drops a Drum and Queen's Guard.
I shall not repeat Emir's mistakes.
And then he's going to just jam the Golden Nectar. Okay. And he's going to get the Melusine out. And with the Priest and Melusine, the Queen's Guard is going to get the 3 power. So it will be able to spawn it, like, this will be clicked for extra 5 points next turn. So there's not going to be much of a short round. I think Kepko is just going to try and 2-0, right? I mean, there is a Canute and an Olaf. That's a pretty powerful combo. There's a Blue Boy with Leader combo as well. These guys exist. I don't think Flaminica is going to be very good later, so he might just grab Flaminica now. So we know Shoop's on top because of Calvite, so Marine will boost to 5. And Battle Prep for more Council is used to protect the Marine from like a Canute. You could, yeah, because the key for Canute could have been an option. This wasn't used, which is interesting. Like, would it have been more points to... Probably not.
Leads the lordling dogs until they beg for
Last
mercy.
man on his post sleeps on an empty stomach.
Depends which one you want it. So we do see the Canute come out, get used on the Melusine, and then the artifact is used to get it to 5 power. And Seeker needs a way to answer this, but he doesn't really have a way to answer it. There's no assassination, there's no shoot, there's no lock. Remedy doesn't have anything to offer. He's just gonna play a crossbow. I mean, Illusion of the Queen's Guard could be something, but Rain could also kill it. So Seeker is just doing what this deck does, which is defend the bleed by... Oh my god. The Melusine is at 1 power. Can you imagine a restore on this Melusine? Ooh wee.
Watch close.
Yeah, so there's the illusion that's on the Queen's Guard. And he just gives it 1 power boost so it doesn't die to rain. This Canute's still alive, so Canute's just gonna take care of everything. We could see a leader or a totem. It's gonna be a totem use. And Smellicy's gonna make room. This is a lot of points. Olaf is on the board now as well, and there's no answer to it. Yeah, this is gonna be a 2-0 kind of game. I don't see how Seeker makes up the points. Like, yes, there's 3 leader charges, but there's no Alphon, and there's just no answer to what's about to be like a very, very chunky bear. Did this deck not used to have some sort of tall punish? Like a Yenvo or something?
You're good.
He could leader 4 times. Yeah. 90 to 32. I'm not a math expert, but I don't. Something tells me he's not catching up. Yeah, it was kind of surprising to see the Redea Rune Mage round. Like, usually with the Shoop deck, you give up round 1. You save everything, and then in round two, you play all your artifacts while being bled. But no Calvidman, no Shoop, and I don't know. Maybe his plan was to have like a Shoop Yoink, and he didn't. But that makes the series 1-0 in favor of Kepko. So now Seeker is kind of on the ropes. He's blue coin, so we'll probably see Symbiosis, although Aquan did get nerfed. I don't know how that's gonna affect this game. But Kepko will probably play Dwarves. I'm sure Soldiers will do fine as well on red. We'll see. Yeah, it's gonna be Soldiers versus Soldiers.
Onward, sons of Nilfgaard!
Bretko was right after all, yeah. Wait, is Seeker Bretko, Nick? Or Bretko just didn't join this week? I was like looking forward to it, didn't join, yeah. Alright, well next week, we'll have to see the grudge match next week, hopefully. Here comes Irregular's favorite mechanic, Veil, on a Heartbane Heavy Cab, which Kepko immediately answered with a Heat Wave. I see he's also a fan.
I forgive you.
And this time Seeker gets to play his Calvit and Peace. We should see a Marine next.
Even at full gallop.
Marine will go to 5, and I don't think a Light Cap will be able to kill it. Battle Stations could have. Lucky Ping, but... Wait, what? It's gonna be Ramon into... Slightly questionable play, I think, from Seeker, committing Ramon in round 1. is perhaps the correct emote to post in chat right now. Irregular, you're never gonna get it right. I have two emotes, okay? You don't have that one. I have just sitting comfortably with no campfire, or at a campfire with friends. There's no at a campfire without friends. Like there's no point in having a campfire if you don't like. Do any of you go in your backyard, like light a fire and just sit next to it? Well, I guess that could be kind of cozy. Okay, so Kepko is just playing bronzes. He plays the slave driver. Someone got out with marshmallows. You can petition the mods. Or Sam, because he took away everybody else's powers. If I had a backyard, I'd have a fire right now, yeah. As I said it, I was like, that does sound nice. But also, now we know who's responsible for global warming. It's Solid Snake and his backyard campfires. Yo, thanks for the sub, see you in hell, appreciate it. My YouTube stream crashed again. Lovely. It's been a slow couple of months for me. So every sub and every viewer really helps. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Those of you who have the means, you know how to help, and it means a lot when you do. So thank you. 21 months. What a legend. Yeah, we didn't do one last week because it was going to be right during the patch. Oh, this is... I was going to say it's a little like... Yo, Irregular, thanks for the bits. Appreciate it. So we see Bakala infusion get used on a crossbow to kind of strip its armor and make it not do damage anymore. And now there's 2 Marines for Seeker. 4 points a turn versus currently 2 points a turn for now. So Battle Station's gonna come out. Kepko is serious about this bleed. Or about... I'm sorry, he's not the one bleeding. He plays 2 locks. He blocks both Marines and gets ahead. He wants to have card advantage rather than have battle stations, which makes sense, honestly. Battle stations can be kind of rough in a short round. So I think playing it now is smart. And then he gets to have the freedom to order his cards how he wants by just having a lead. When you're defending a bleed, if you have a points lead, against a deck that can't really tempo ahead very strongly. So it looks like Seeker's going to play Truffle into Illusionist. It makes sense. He didn't want to lock the infused unit because that's like his infusion. I mean, that's good. Illusionist targeting his crossbow. Also, since we have Solid Snake in the chat, can we get a translation on the song lyrics? I have no idea what he's saying. I'm gonna need a live line-by-line translation. Okay, so now you can play this Alba and Lock, but you're not getting your card back. It doesn't seem. Looks like it's gonna be War Council
Wars are won with discipline, my
into a light cav
glory.
and the last leader charge, because otherwise this crossbow is not going to be active. Kepko has a fawn, but there's no fawn in this deck, so Seeker could use his last leader. He chooses not to. He doesn't want the extra 2 points. Interesting.
Axes out! Ready to board!
So Kepko drops a Marine, and goes to 5 points. Maybe this is the lock target now? I mean, the shorter round 3 gets, the bigger the card advantage that Kepko has is going to become, right? But Seeker does have some quality cards, so Shoop, Rune, Mage, Rodea is a very strong 3-card combo. Kepko's gonna drop the lemons. There's nothing really important to lemons. He's just clicking it to click it. Hey Manu. Is it that far behind on YouTube, or what is even happening? I don't know what's going on with my YouTube stream today. It just like stopped and started, and I gave up on it. It's a cover of a pretty popular song. Just listen to the original. Yes, Tear, that was the joke. Oh my god.
I hate nothing more than
Ah, that's actually a really good root mage. Getting an illusionist, or getting an informant into an illusionist. Paul versus Kepko, really? Awesome. Yeah, it's thanks to the support. You all keep supporting, I'll keep doing the tournaments. Ouija and Oversell did a couple of gift bombs this week, and then today we got Ergarth and Caffeine Terry, CV Dub, See You in Hell, Irregular. An Ugly Monkey with the 5 bits, don't forget. Every little bit helps. So here comes Rodea. Okay, I guess Seeker's committed to going all the way. He does have a lot of engines now. He has more engines than Kepko does. Here comes Ramon into, what, Light Cav to disable one of the engines? "20 gifted Elden Ring streams." Right?
Not today!
Shall be proud of his sons.
Wouldn't it just ruin it for you watching me play that game? I imagine you just be in pain. He's not saying like what region subs though, because unfortunately 20 Morocco subs are not the same as 20 US subs. No shade to Morocco. So Seeker actually gets the pass. He's very happy about that. He's gonna have Shoop and 2 artifacts versus 1. I think Kepko's in trouble. I don't see how he wins this round. I mean, he does have a Fawn and Leader. Seeker had bad decks, but he played good. Is this deck bad? This was meta not too long ago. What changed that made it bad? I don't care. It's rational, regional. Yeah, it is. So, Seeker's gonna open with Illusionist and boost the crossbow with War Council. I'm kind of surprised this is on the range row. Why wasn't it placed on melee row? I guess maybe he wants to bring it to melee in the turn that it... I don't know. Oh, I guess he wanted to get armor because of the crossbow. That makes sense. 19 points for Kepko, 11 for Seeker. But there's a Sergeant, there's a Remedy. I think Remedy... Is there an Illusionist to yoink here? Yes, there is. There's no more leader charges for Seeker, but he does have Bakala. So he could Illusionist here. Or a crossbow or a light cav. Went against using the same strategy. Interesting. Just like playing everything and then shoop.
We go where the Empire has not yet reached.
You shall know the Emperor's fury!
These crossbows are getting value. This Afon's gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points.
A highly curious case.
Maybe not. Maybe 4. Because leader charges are gone. He can Illusionist. Well, no, the crossbow wouldn't be. He's just gonna get a crossbow.
Dwarves. What are they without their armor?
This armor is getting value too. It's gonna be close. 39 and 21. We should see Sergeant back row or somewhere and give this armor. And then we got Truffle for 6. And then another 4 here. Okay, with the crossbows, it's going to be enough. By 1 point! Last series, Kepko won a game by 1. Now he lost by 1. This is crazy. Usually we have draws. Today we have 1 point wins and losses. That was a crazy game. So now the series is 1-1. We have Stealth Wound and Shoop Soldier's gone. So from Red Coin, will Seeker play Symbiosis or will he play Fruit's Omen? And then Kepko, either soldiers or dwarves from blue. I would think it would be dwarves from blue. Wait, I mean, either. You could see either. So Kepko picks dwarves and Seeker selects symbiosis. This should be interesting. There's no Aquin in hand for Seeker. And he's got one Fox, so he's got a mulligan that. There's Aquin. No way to play Tempest, though. No Fall, no Call of the Forest, no Eisengroup's Council.
Don't know which is worse.
And Kepko opens with a Miner. Seeker also drew another Fog, so if I'm Seeker, I don't contest this round. I just play like this and a Harvest, and I don't know. Just play 3 cards and pass, but Kepko does find Golden Nicker, although he also has Land of 1,000 Fables. So
Never had your kneecaps broken.
Sam, I did key your song. It's just this Thronemaker soundtrack is like 9 minutes. Kepko has to abuse all his resilience, otherwise simply fall short on points against... Yeah, I mean, it depends on what gets used round 1, right? Ooh, that's a big deal. Kepko is gonna have to answer that Whisperer.
Well played.
Yeah, that's why he's emoting. So Harvest is a 5 provision card now, but this is 7 because it's so strong. So I don't know.
Well played.
Okay. Kepko just goes Hulk mode and removes everything from the board. And that means Aquin is gonna get played. Kepko just takes the pass. He says, "Oh, you're gonna play Aquin and not get ahead? I'm gone." Okay, just a pawn keeper on the raid row is enough. Or melee, it doesn't matter. I'm not sure what we're thinking about. Like, this is a 4-point card, but because of Aquin and this leader it became 9. Asked and answered. You're not having Aquin is... I mean, it's not the end of the world, but like... Oh my god, this Equinox. I guess having Equinox in hand is okay. Seeker definitely wants to play this round, though. And I think he's gonna open with a Fledgling. Yep. It's a little awkward for Kepko to answer it, because, like, Unicorns would be the answer to this. But he would waste 3 points if he played a Unicorn. Oh, 5 points, really, if you count the overkill on this. So he's gonna go ahead and play the Chariot first. And there's no chance of Seeker passing here. He's gonna Eskel. He's gonna Eskel the chariot because he plays the dwarf himself, right? So it's and Eskel's a witcher, so you can't use it on Nova, so it makes sense. And he plays an elf, so Ciaran wasn't a target. And Kefko just goes and plays the unicorn. He does not want to let the fledgling live. The unicorn combo, instead of playing for 17 points, played for technically 12. But that fledgling was going to generate a lot of points. It was going to be 2 points for nature card. Plus, it was going to give some flexibility. So, I mean, it was going to be 6 points on this Tempest. Seeker doesn't have any more Symbiosis in hand, so he just goes ahead and plays the Tempest. He really needs to thin. And Kepko is able to get ahead by just playing Siri Nova. He's got more resilience he can play too. It's a little awkward for him because he doesn't have a dwarf on the board to play volunteers. And Zoltan also wants dwarves on the board, right? So you could argue Chariot should have been played back row, but then it would have played into Tempest even more.
Watch and learn.
GG Stomp. Ninja. Yeah, Kefko just drops Zoltan for 5 points instead of for 9. That's kind of crazy. But like, he had a chicken and egg problem. He needed dwarves for this, he needed dwarves for this, and he needed dwarves for this. So short of playing Golden Necker, he wasn't gonna fix that. He has lots of dwarves in his deck. He just didn't draw them. So Rebuke actually ends up getting Theory to 1 power with the help of Tempest. And then Armor's Workshop comes out and gives Siri armor. Are we gonna see Frog Mating Season get played? There's no Symbiosis on the board. Or a Fledgling. Okay, we do see Mating Season come down. Gord is currently at 10 points.
We're the best regiment in the whole
Here come the Volunteers. And then Tempering, used to boost Siri back to 8. And now it will be 8 points of carryover. I'm not sure about using this. Like, this is 5 points of carryover. I guess you put it out of fog range. So that's... yeah, I guess that makes sense. And I don't think Seeker can play any further. I think he has to pass. I mean... like... How do you even play here? Yeah. Seeker's gonna pass. Ninja needs 11 points, and I think Nova Justice is the way to get that. This Land of 1,000 Fables is actually a brick as well.
Get out, you baldy-faced baby.
So he's gonna have to mulligan, I think, Golden Necker, so he can use land to play it. But he does go to the round with 13 points of carryover, which is pretty nice. He would have loved to also have Gabor there, but he didn't. Yeah, and then he mulligans Golden Necker, like I said. Yeah, we've had some very interesting matchups. I feel like I see much more interesting games in this tournament than I do when I watch people playing ladder.
Choke the embers. Wind, blow out the
So there's a Hamadryad. And I guess Call of the Forest will be for a fledgling. There's actually no Purify in this deck. Well, no, there is. There's just... there's no way to get it. Is there really only one Purify? Yeah, and Forest Protector was already used. So... There's Gabor. He's just another dwarf. But he's an engine as well. So he'll have played for 8 points, I think, by the end. A lot of mill on ladder at the moment. It kind of makes me not want to play. Is that Kung Fu's fault? He was playing mill this morning. Did mill get buffed or something? I thought mill was just completely terrible. There comes Golden Necker with Workshop and Armory. There's even a Miner now. This is going to be a massive Cranmer. I don't think Seeker's going to have the points. I mean, just rebuke this 5. That's your best rebuke. The Equinox is good, but there's... I guess there is 3 No, this doesn't have Symbiosis. There's 3 Wait. Oh, this doesn't have Symbiosis, right? And this lost its Symbiosis because it got locked. Because that's an ability, not a tag. 13 armor on the Xavier. Oh my god, this Mahaka Marauder is just... 17 for 4, by the way. Or for 5. For 5? This is 5 provisions now?
An elf, a sage converse with an ape.
So there's the Simless. Now it's Cranmer versus Gord, and I think Cranmer wins it. 97. 79. Wow. The scores were like mirrors of each other. What a great way to end that series. So Kepco ekes out a victory. Again, winning 2-1. And advancing to the finals. On the other side of the bracket, Ninja Pang was able to 2-0. Tom Who Laughs. So the finals is going to be Kepco versus Ninja Pang. Hey, not so lucky. We do this every Sunday. Starts 2.5 hours ago, or noon U.S. Central Time. Same time, same place, and everybody's welcome to join. We take the first 16 people that sign up, so that we can keep the time within a reasonable amount. Usually, it takes around 3 to 4 hours for the whole tournament. Just want to net deck some decks. Yeah. I like Kepco's Dwarves deck. If I was gonna play ladder. I mean, these Nilfgaard decks are fine, but they're not exciting to me. I really like Paul's decks. So this was like, I want to see this deck in action, because apparently this is a multiple Dagon first form deck. And then this was also interesting. This is a Triss Meteor Shower Yen Illusionist Compass deck. So like Megascope Veteran has synergy with Yen Illusionist, and Iteran also has synergy with that. There's some cute stuff there. I played something like this with Parcel Fury Leader. But this could also be interesting. You Lippy for 2 yens and Triss. Oh. Also Compass into Olaf while Iteran is on board. You get a second Olaf, right? Because Iteran works with golds too, if anybody didn't know. This is a very spicy deck. Yeah, I'm sad we didn't get to see it. I would have loved to see this and the Death Wish deck in action. So next week? But we're about to see Ninja Pang versus Kepko, the last two standing. So let me update the score and the title. And you want 5 cards in the graveyard for round 2 Lippy so you can compass round 3. I mean, sounds like I would just screw it up. How do you make sure there's only 5 cards in the graveyard? I guess Troll Porter helps? I see Oniro, but I don't see anything else. It's not Tome or Lady or whatever. Okay, so this is going to be, it's the finals, so it's going to be a best of 5. And the players have put in their bans already. Kepko banned Ninja Pang's Alumni, and Ninja Pang banned Kepko's Soldiers Artifacts deck. You haven't noticed the orange? Bro, what do you mean? Alright, from now on, the score will be like in the middle of the screen, so nobody can miss it. Apparently, some of y'all are people blind. Or you know what? We'll put it right here. Next to my distinguished face. Mods? Can we do a prediction, please? For the finals, at least?
Patience is not a virtue I am known to have.
Haven't noticed it until now, he says. Jesus. How much more prominent did it have to be? I'm just, you know what? Just because you're blind doesn't mean I'm going to block other people from seeing the cards. Alright, I guess I'll start the prediction, but somebody else needs to finish it. What kills Smoosh? Finals game 1. Kepko. Ninja Pang. Alright, you guys have 2 minutes to place your bets.
I shall let the prophets deal with you.
It's not letting me. Somebody else already did it? Oh yeah, somebody already did it. Sweet. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Place your bets. Place your bets. I don't know how long you have, but you have that long to do it.
Always use protective eyewear when handling.
Nobody bet against you because it was only 30 seconds, I think. Here. Can we cancel it and start a new one? So people actually have time to. Yeah, I'm gonna refund all the points. You got your points back. Here, can you redo it, but just like give it 2 minutes this time? Thank you. Yeah, I deleted the prediction and that refunds the points. Because you were the only one who got to bet. Hey, Playther, how's it going? We're in the finals. Kepco and Ninja Pank have battled their way through hordes of enemies.
Flats will lead the scout.
And now we have a Helga versus Bounty game. Alright, Gamba is up. If you want to bet, do it now. Do it fast. Currently, there's 50,000 points on Kepco and nothing on Ninja, so you're getting very good odds. 60,000 points on Kepco. I mean, you're getting, right now you're getting 6 to 1 odds. It's a good way to get some toe beans. This is for game 1, by the way. So Kepco's been going unitless? He played Hysteria, Confession Extractor, Hysteria. And so Ninja Pang responded by just starting a Boo Hurt. Life choice regret. I have to do this every game. Yep. Alright, so Kepco passes. You played his 3 cards and passed. Leave no units. Got a little bit of carryover, and his Brute. Where's it at? Where's the Brute? Is at profit 2. Oh, is watching his life savings hang in the balance, knowing he has almost nothing to win but everything to lose. Man, Polish dev studios know how to make a good soundtrack. Like the Altars had a good soundtrack. Obviously, The Witcher, Cyberpunk, Frostpunk had an amazing soundtrack. Like we're listening to it right now. So Sandor got answered by Bloody Good Fun, and now Abduction on Fire Scorpion. So that's kind of the main innovation of this deck, right? Instead of Joachim to boost Helga, use Sandor to boost the Scorpion. Can you pet the piggy? Oh. I ruined the snowman. I did it. Pet the piggy, pet the piggy. Who's a good piggy? Anything else we can do on this map? There's presents. Soundtrack's so good. I played for over 50 hours, but I still enjoy it. Yep. Kepko is just refusing to provide cards. And Ninja is like just all out of proactivity. This is crazy. He's just gonna have to play a naked Arnold, I think. Unless he wants to hit his own units with an assassination. Oh, this is so cool. Like the way Kepko's playing this.
I trust you have sharp.
So Ninja clicks the War Council because, and then he just discards a code of weapons. He'd rather do that than play an Ardo. That's probably a better way to do it. There comes Graydon, and it's just gonna answer the Scorpion, and he tributes it as well, so he boosts by 4. Paying 5 coins to boost by 4 is kind of questionable, but it was gonna be over profit anyway. Or he was gonna over profit anyway. I think maybe. I didn't see what his coin count was at. And like, do you really want to Ardle a Graydon against Bounty? Okay, Ninja Bang passes. Now that you no longer have the Scorpion. So on the other side, we're gonna see Oniromancy into what? Into a Witch Hunter, maybe? Into a Kalkstein. That takes him to 8 coins, which means he'll have 4 coins in carryover, and a candle on the board next round. And first say. Are there... There's 2 bronzes for the Scoundrel to get. The Blue Ratterhog card back. Winter? Interesting. Is this it? Is this what you're talking about? Oh, I was worried the Scoundrel wouldn't be able to kill the Diviner, but I forgot this was still active. There was still 1 charge on the Confession Extractor. That was key.
Quite the menial task.
Vilga Forts answers the Scoundrel. It makes sense. Pulls out a Witch Hunter, which is totally fine. Obviously, Kepko would have preferred, I think, an Executioner. Here comes Menga now. And it gets boosted, so he can't get enslaved or assassinated. This Candle carries the deck. Since Graded is gone, you could Boo Heart this, but then Heatwave is still there as an option. Alternatively, Ninja Bang could just coded weapons now.
Target acquired.
He's gonna assassinate the manga. Okay. Let's see. Will Kepko boost the manga? He does. He gets it to 4. But now you can't coded weapons the manga because then Ardle would give the manga back. And with this... Okay, you coded weapon the Spender. That's actually devastating. Kepko does not have a Spender anymore. He does have Oneiromancy, so... But he had, like... He was gonna Oneira for Octavia, and then use that to draw the Brute, I guess, but now...
Magic sows
Now he just plays the Witch Hunter. Interesting. I mean... Ninja can play Helga, and Kepko can't kill it except with a Heat Wave. But that's probably always Kepko's Heat Wave target. It's got the CDPR. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Get them on other trinkets by clicking the snowman in the winter 2021 event. Okay, I see. So, Menge got leadered to prevent, like, the other Executioner Menge from killing the Helga. But it turns out that wasn't really necessary. But Helga did get Heat Waved, so... It's just going to be Octavia, I think. To put the Vigilantes back in the deck and then draw a Brute. Yeah.
They want the pyres to see which is burn. We just provide the kindling.
And I think you Ardle the Octavia now. No, because Octavia can just be played last and spent. But, I mean, Kepko knows you have Ardle, knows you have an Ardle 14. He's not going to play into it. Men is interesting. Nice battle stations, by the way.
Evil round every corner. Be careful not to step in it.
But it does get him Abduction. Which... could get an Executioner, which could set up an Amnesty.
The Empire will be victorious.
Oh, he's just gonna go for Diplo. That's wild. Is Diplo ever better than Abduction? Akatosh is like thinking about his financial future right now.
It's not personal, strictly business.
I mean, I guess he was looking for some damage to make his Amnesty not be a brick or something, but... Yeah, one of these is from Coded Weapons. So he had an Abduction. Would it be close? No, it's not going to be close. Ninja's going to lose by a lot.
Matter of time.
This is just a 12-point step and it's nothing. This is like a 0-point card. Like, Kepko's gonna know. He's just gonna, yeah, like, instantly boosted. He's not gonna...
A little good.
You bet on Kepko? Okay. Alright, so Kepko wins the first game, 1-0. Bounty versus Helga. Well, like I said, best of 5. And every deck has got to get through. So who got rich from that? 158,000 go to Akatosh and 4 others. Oh boy. Easy 70k profit. Bro, I built that shit myself. I know it's... He's like, you dare play my own deck against me? Oh, talking smack in the middle of the series. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it backfires. He's like, look at this guy playing a garbage deck made by a garbage person. I'll poop on it. No, I feel the same way whenever I run into one of my decks on, like I used to run into one of my decks on ladder. I would just be like, no, you're playing it wrong. Also, your deck sucks. Of course, if it was not exactly my deck, if they had changed anything, then it was like toxicity would flow. All right, let's do it. New Gamba is up. New Gamba is up. You guys have a few seconds. You're getting 4-1 odds if you put bet on Ninja. You got 10 seconds. All right, good luck. Let me be cocky while I can. Lineup is still horrendous for me. Hey man, you do you. I'm not gonna... I will judge, but I'm not gonna stop you. By the way, have any of you guys been playing Arc Raiders? I've been having a lot of fun with that game. It's got highs and lows. It's like the first game since Gwent that I feel like is enough like unpredictability and variety to keep my interest. Henry, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. If you like these tournaments, we do one every Sunday, same time. And we have done now 113 of them. Next Sunday will be tournament number 114. We didn't used to do them as consistently. It was like every few weeks or whatever. But for the last few months, I've been doing it pretty regularly. You're waiting for Steam Winter Sale to relapse? Yeah. I got some good games during the October sale. I got Alien Isolation. I got like Mass Effect, like all 3 of them for like $5 or something. Love me some Steam sales. So this time Kepko is on blue, and he's playing his Self-Wound Golden Necker deck. Ninja Pang is playing his Bounty Golden Necker poison deck. Knickers was in hand, but that's why we have Curse Scroll. Easy. Although I'm not even sure I would have used it on... Like, I might have used it on Ceres instead. But Kepko really wants the extra tempo in Route 1. It's important to his plans. You're on Ninja this time. Nice. I don't think that's a bad...
If you can still speak.
I don't think it's a bad choice, because I think this Golden Necker Poison deck should do fine into this. We'll have to see. It really is going to come down to like how the rounds go. Yeah, I got Alien Isolation, I got Elite Dangerous, although I couldn't really figure out how to play it. That Mass Effect. Quite nice, there are still tournaments going around. Yeah. You can always see what tournaments are up on tournaments.playgun.com. There's a few community ones. I think it's more... it's just there's like a steady number of people who enjoy Gwent still.
Pendulum. I'm much better at that.
Highly recommend Alien on highest difficulty. You have no map, and it always feels where you are, and you die in one hit. That sounds horrendous. Wasn't previous finals the same? No. Last week, Bredko was the champion. Wait, that's 111. Who won 112? I mean, Sintry, maybe they're just waiting for you.
You're good. Real good.
Let me check. No, last week the finals was Nick versus Ninja Peng. Kepko lost in the semifinal against Nick, and it was Bredko versus Ninja Peng. But Bredko didn't play this week, and Nick got knocked out in round 2.
Come on, let's go. Time to face our fears.
So here comes Blue Boy with 3 leader charges. Take out Tunnel Drill. Kepko has no chill. Yeah, a lot of people just assumed that like Gwent would die or whatever. I mean, the esports scene did kind of die. Like the level of competition compared to like the last year of Gwent Masters has definitely gone down. A lot of competitive players stopped playing. People like try hard less on ladder, etc. But it's still a fun game, and there's still a lot of people that enjoy playing it. And I still think it's the best card game out there. So if you like card games, like CCGs or whatever, this is way better than Marvel Snap and Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh, in my opinion. So Teshan takes care of Blue Boy. Kepko could just drop a Bear Witcher Quartermaster and get a lot of value, but that would open up some Hysterias and such. Although one Hysteria has been used, and Ninja only plays one. Never mind.
Stare at the stump again and see what happens.
It's gonna be Slander, right? One of the things about having a lot of bodies on the board is that it makes Executioner a decent spender, even without bounty. I don't think there's a better CCG. I mean, the competition's not wild, right? You either like have invested a lot in Magic or you haven't, and Hearthstone is just garbage. So I think Magic is decent, but
Oh, I sense trouble.
it's a little too far gone for me. So, yeah, Ninja drops Executioner. It's going to get some points on the board, but Hofru will be good, I think, here. Oh, right. Drokar.
You're good. Real good.
This Queen's Guard has now played for 11 points. Gular, this is the emote you were looking for.
Who knows too much dies too soon.
I mean, it's also this one.
The measure.
Pansy.
Wait, you're supposed to count your points every turn? I just jam cards and hope the number is bigger. Maybe that's why I never won Gwent Masters. Here comes Golden Necker by Ninja Pang, so that's gotta feel good for Kepko.
Never be safe.
How are you gonna kill this? Like, even if you put a bounty on it, so what?
Best not play with fire, liable to get burnt.
Leader this. Maybe not. I mean, Kepko's gotta smell blood, right? Because he can heal this, damage this, spawn another one, and then drop the Hofru on the Canute. Because it's like... Well, that's the monetization. The card games that are out there have terrible monetization, and the ones that don't have terrible monetization went out of business.
Under the sea.
Yeah. There, as I predicted, there's the Hofru Singer. I think we might see... It's very tempting in Kepko's shoes to go for Decree for Olaf. There's Bank for Executioner. Okay. That kind of changes things. Why not bounty this? Yeah, easy pass for Kepko. I feel like bountying this was better. Because then he could get ahead. If I did the math right. We can pretend the Hopper Singer's doing the Halo Choir. Oh. You know, I just noticed the booba. I lobbied for this card to get buffed for like 6 months. This card used to be 4 power. This was like my hobby horse for a long time. And I played it a lot, and I never noticed. Shouldn't be legal any stronger as the SK deck has? Yeah, that's kind of the benefit of synergy, right? I mean, a lot of these cards have gotten buffed many times.
Ever danced with a daemon in the light of the full moon?
I mean, it's Malocene, right? Obviously Malocene. Like, Totem being 9p is kind of wild, right? Card was auto-included 10 provisions for like every deck that could use it. And then they buffed it to 9. Like, okay. Gonna be Hofru on the back row on the Flaminica.
I speak for the land to the sea, and the lady is content.
I don't see Ninja Fang having enough points here. This feels like Carl should go to the left of Melusine and start eating Melusine damage instead of Flaminica. But I don't think like any. At this point, it's all moot. Like, yes, this is a lot of points. This is a lot of points. But there's unchecked engines on this side, and there's a decree for Olaf. In fact, that should be the next play. It should be Olaf first. This should be the last card. Or this. One of these two. Okay, so leader does take out Flaminica. If this fist deck was in hand, then Olaf could get answered. But even if Olaf gets answered, Melusine's not answered, so it's kind of cooked for Ninja Fang either way. What happened this game was Ninja was forced to play Golden Neck around to defend the bleed because he wasn't able to answer the Queen's Guard right away. Like, Queen's Guard got so much value in round 2 that it forced the Golden Necker. Ninja does still have a few points. But this Olaf's just going to be massive. 61 to 68. So pretty close. 7-point game, technically. But Chepko wins that as well, right? So now it's 2-0 for Kepko. But Kepko has to play dwarves for the next 3 games. And this dwarf deck has, I believe, 1 Mastercrafted Sphere and 1 Lock. And that's it. So Ninja has Sandor Helga, Golden Acre Bounty, and Devotion Shiro. What is that Winter Cycle and Journey? So welcome to the chat, Gilgika. Every season you get like a cycle, which there's a bunch of little mini quests, I mean, like that give you resources for playing cards that belong to a cycle. But honestly, if you just play a bunch of games, you'll get it all. Like, you don't have to do anything special about it. At least that's how I did it. Thanks for the follow. But there are decks that target like some of these seasonal quests or whatever, and you can find those sometimes on playgwent.com in the little guide section. But in my experience, you just play whatever deck you were gonna play. As long as you just mix it up and play different stuff, you're gonna get all the quests done. A journey is like a battle pass. There's like a premium one you can pay for and you get more resources, or you can just play and get some rewards from the free track. In general, in terms of like value for money, the premium journeys are really good value. They're the best value in Gwent in terms of the things you can spend money on. Whether you need to, you don't need to. Whether you want to spend money on that is up to you. But if you do spend money, it's a good way to do it. So we now have Hefty Helga, Sandor, and Fire Scorpion is the opener with Crystal Skull. Excuse me. Kepko responds by playing Chariot. Here comes Magni. And we're floating the charges because hitting armor doesn't do anything. We have Xavier Moran coming in. This is a 1 point a turn engine. Not counting the armor that it gains. This has 8. So coated weapons plus 3 clicks could answer it. Will we see another Magni, or will we just see straight up coated weapons? Ninja Pang thought about it and decided not to use the Magni there.
Below. Don't know which is worse.
Interesting thing is that I was ranked 0 2 seasons, and now look at these decks, I could remember most cards. As in, you recognize the cards or you don't remember the cards? Yeah, if you don't play... if you're not in the top 250, I think? Or top 500, I don't remember what the number is. In Pro Rank, you drop to rank 3, and if you don't play, you keep dropping like... You have most cards? Ah, okay. Yes. Yeah. There haven't been any new cards added to the game for like 2 years, so... If you had it, most of them, you probably still do have most of them. Gwent's always been very generous with resources. Top 500. Thanks, 90k. Which isn't hard to get if you... If you play a decent amount. If you get your 4 factions, so like 2500, usually easy top 200. Actually, probably don't even need 2500 anymore. Probably 2450 or something. Yaren locks the Siri at 7 power. That's kind of huge. Some cards got changed. Some cards just got like some slight modifications. If you want to see the history of changes on any card, Gwent.1 has a nice card database.
Clever maneuver.
Okay, so Battle Stations is going to come out in round 1 from blue. That's kind of what Kepko was, I think, trying to accomplish here. Get some more... So the Amnesty is a whiff again. And Kepko just gets ahead by playing the Hakam Volunteers. Interesting to me that he's boosting the Dwarf and not like one of these cards that don't have armor. This deck does play Abduction, so what I feel like Ninja should have done was ping the false Siri and coated weapons it back into the deck. I'm not sure why he didn't do that. Maybe he wants to Ardle it. Maybe that's the plan. Like, Kepko knows, you know, you just don't let this deck get out of rounds cheaply. But this is Ninja's pass. Like, it's a chance for him to get out of the round. Staying in does not look good. Like, you could play Ardle here. But you don't want to play Vilgefortz and you don't want to play Helga. Like, Vilgefortz should be going to whatever Cranmer boosts, ideally, or a Siri Nova.
shall not be tolerated.
So he does play Ardal and put Ciri back in Kepko's hand. And Kepko can play Gabor here. But then, and like this is 6 points, and Gabor is 6, that's 12. This is 3, that's 15. That was a lot of tempo that Ardal just provided, right? So Kepko would have to lead her. If Ninja Fang passes.
That's no problem.
Ninja has Diplo though, and this Diplo will get an extra 2 points here. Well, 1 point because so much armor. And he is gonna go ahead and play that Diplo. Plays a muscle for 6 points. And just chooses not to ping, I think. Oh, he could yoink the Gabor. But he doesn't have to. Because Kepko just didn't have reach anymore. So that Diplo was actually enough. See how impactful that Ardal was? I think people have underestimated Ardal for a long time. And then I think it got buffed too, didn't it? Was it always 11 provisions? Or was it 12? Arnold was 12? Yeah. I thought so. So the question here is, does Ninja Fang want to push? And I don't think the answer is yes. I think the answer is no. Kepko notably kept False Ciri in hand. The problem is, if you don't push, like, Kepko gets an extra card. The 0 to 2 was a CDPR change, but Council made it 11 provisions recently. Get back in the hand. Go now. Run. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Get back in the hand. Oh, he's just gonna play the Ciri. That's kind of cute. So, notice that Kepko hasn't drawn Golden Decker or Kyradex. He does have Land of 1,000 Fables, so land into Golden Decker might get him Decree 50-50. It might also just give him Nova Justice, and then like Theory Nova on top could happen. It's a little awkward for Kepko is what I'm trying to say. But he does have Workshop and Crammer and 1 Marauder, so he's not doing bad. The bigger problem is, how the hell does he deal with his Helga? Yeah, Helga can damage own unit. He would have preferred to have a lock, right? And just lock it instead at 7 power or something, but damaging your own unit works. Stealing the chariot, I think, is a very smart play. Wait a second. Was the lock already played? Oh, it was already played. Okay. I was gonna say, don't you need to save Purify for a lock on Helga?
That is all I need.
Okay, Ninja's not gonna ping the Ciri. Can he remedy something? He could remedy a skirmisher. If his goal is to board wipe. Yeah, now he's regretting not doing that last turn. Right. Oh! No, he still wants it to grow. So he just damaged it enough to keep it right. He wasn't trying to kill it. He's just trying to. He wants this engine. He just doesn't want it to ever go over to the other side.
Corpses.
Ninja, please boost Siri with Booher. What?
My flame. I trust you have
Fuck you, need of garbage.
Oh, we're rooting for Ninja Pang regular because that's how we get more games. So here comes Golden Necker. It's a Marauder and a Decree. So the Decree will get to play Unicorns, but Talca has a shield. So right, and the order was wrong anyway, so. Wait, why did we go for did we remedy a miner? We did. Why? Also, is this abduction dead? No, because we have a toxicologist. Oh, that's the plan. We're gonna toxicologist a Marauder. Wait, but he didn't know that at the time. But now, Ninja Pen can toxicologist this Marauder and then abduction it out. Miner is 1 more point because of the Dryad. Well, I was thinking of this for more damage, but it would have been. I wasn't thinking of a second chariot.
We'll put Mahakam boots to Imperial arses.
But now that I think about it, a second chariot might have been the actual play. Given this exists. Wait.
Oh, stop them kicking more puke again.
This is Gabane's favorite card. Because the voice line is about stepping in Kiki more puke. What? Why did we... I don't understand why we didn't infuse the Marauder.
The fish pissing lakes.
When we have a chariot and a miner. I guess it doesn't give armor unless it's a dwarf. But still, like, is this... A Marauder is 5 provisions? Okay.
Got a hearty hankering for Gwent.
The thing is, it looks close. But... with this Helga, I don't think it's gonna be close. Offensive workshop? Ooh, that would have been spicy.
What do you need me to do?
I mean, that could still happen. Wait. Wait. Let him cook. Let him cook. That's what you get for the greed.
Quite the menial task.
Never ever whistling on mine.
I mean, there's just too many points. Right? Right? 14 into 16. Oh my god, he wins by what? He wins by 2! Kepko, what a beast! Closes out the series 3-0 with a sudden... Was this the semi? This is the finals. What the hell? Oh my god. The greed backfired like crazy, yeah. No, okay, to be fair, on his own units, it would have been... It's 3, right? 3 boost and 9 armor? Or like 9 points and 6 armor is 15, right? So like was stealing this, like, because stealing the series was -6. Or the offensive workshop is what I'm trying to say. It was -6, right? Math? Yeah. Vilga would be better. True. So you thought about it. Two plus 2 is 4 minus 1. That's 3. Quick maths, yes. Well, still, it looked really cool. Yes, please update that. All hail Kepco, champion of weekly number 113. I got something. Hold on. Capega streamer. I got something. Hopefully it will work. We now have applause. Check out the production values. Well, thank you so much. It's edit calm. Well played. So let's take a look at the bracket. Here we go. See everybody's path through the tournament. So Seeker 2-0 Nick, and then lost 2-1 to Kepco. Kepco beat Paul, Seeker, and then eventually Ninja Bang 3-0. Ninja Bang beat Youngface. Vasanik, I think, was a no-show, it looks like. And then Tom Hulaps. So, thank you everybody for participating. I hope you enjoyed the tournament. As always, thanks to the players. Double downtime. Is that like the? I'm not playing seasonal. Say goodbye to YouTube. Bye. I'm going to take a quick look at the Balance Council and tell you guys what I think. And then we're going to go and find someone to raid. So, I know this card was like really strong before and still is. And so like the nerfs were justified, but I'm not mad about this getting buffed. Just because like, it looks so cool. It's a fun card. Lacatriona getting buffed? Okay, it's a 10 provision gold. I think it can be a little harder to kill because it's not an aristocrat. Maybe people can cook something with it. This was like a no-nonsense revert. Can we just leave it here? Like, can we just leave it at 9? Like, personally, I thought 10 was fine, but like, can we just leave it at 9? Stealthkirk, I don't think this needed a buff at all. This was already 9 provisions. It was played lots. It played as a 14. It inspired Zeal, right? Like, it played for 12, but it removed something up to a 10 or 11. And I think, like, or with Shield Wall, it plays for a lot. Like, I think it's fine. Like, I think the card was fine the way that it was. It didn't need a buff. Nithral getting another buff. You know, it doesn't have Zeal, and it requires dominance, but now it's like Povko, kind of. Povko is like this, but with Harmony. So it's still a better engine, but I can see some decks where this would be very good. Because also, it can damage your own units, which can be cool with like G-Troll and whatchamacallit, Brand Warriors, right? So I can see some deck building potential. And obviously this is a buff to Kelly as well, if Kelly ever gets played. This was like, I said what I think about this. This should have been 4 power, like, because this isn't like Piggies, right? It only grows when there's a taller card. So giving it a higher base power, not only does it make it harder to answer, like if somebody's using a Mastercrafted Spear or a Parasite, they should be able to kill this on the turn that it's played. It should just have gone to 6 provisions so that it would trade evenly with the Spear. I really don't like this. Because you nerf its engine potential and you make it harder to have counterplay. Engines should be removable by removal cards. Removal should be the counter to engines. And like, so this was the reason they didn't want to do that is because of Penitence. But Penitence just bad because you have to play it with a consume. And the kind of decks that want Beast and Pugo popping out with Penitent already have Brewis, right? Like Brewis is already way better at doing the Penitent thing. So just let that go. Maybe the new meta is Nithrall to kill your own Penitent. Still kind of dumb. I don't like the Hive Mind nerfs and like this buff, whatever. Like Hive Mind is what, 13 provisions now? It's kind of insane. It's actually key to kill your own Penitent. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. If this thing lives, right? But it still dies to a Joust or a Natural Selection. So it has all the same problems as before. And now it's not a 4 provision card that you're forcing an answer to. It's a 5p card that you put in your deck. But obviously it's a big buff. I'm just not sure it's a good buff. Like, I'm not sure this will be a... Like, this isn't NR where you have a bunch of damage engines to set up Revenant and cards that, like, set... Like, NR has a lot of built-in synergy with Revenants, right? They have ways of giving Zeal, for one. They have lots of ping engines, like damage pings. Like, monsters don't have that. There's Kiki Stalker, but Stalker gets, like, the only way Stalker survives is if it's boosted the turn that you play it, and the only way that happens is if it comes from Hive Mind. And the only way that happens is if it doesn't get squirreled immediately, right? Like, so I don't know. There might be some deck building potential with this, but I'm not super excited to like because of this, right? It's 13 provisions now. This is insane. Like, this is more than AA. Just put that in, like, just AA, which is like an Echo card that puts an engine at 9 power. A 4 power engine puts the 4p engine that's like Karak Marine. Like, I just don't understand why this is... AA is 13 again? I've lost track. Hold on, I gotta find it in our deck. No, AA is 12. Mods, burn the witch. Misinformation in my chat is a bannable offense. Okay, you corrected yourself. So you get to and then Corsair, fine. Like, I don't care. This got nerfed. I didn't necessarily think it needed to get nerfed. Mostly because pirates suck. We're not there yet, Akatosh. this is a good change because this got over nerfed. Like 3 power was just unnecessary. 4 is fine. And then this is just a garbage card. This is a waste of a buff. Right? Unique allied beasts. So like, let's say you have a siren and like a squirrel and what? Like a bear and another bear, then it's still a 7 for 4. Like a conditional, you gotta have 4 beasts for this to be a 7 for 4 card. Yeah, and yeah, I get there's an order and like, and then it like, the order requires that the enemy have like 4 targets for you to damage 4 of them. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with this rework. This was one of the like top 10 worst CDPR reworks of all time in the history of Gwent. The Ulula value? Oh, it's a warrior? I mean, okay. So it's a warrior. But are you really playing that many beasts in a warrior deck? Like, I just don't understand. Like, the amount of setup. So you gotta put 4 or 5 beasts on the board and then play this. And then the next turn, you gotta find like 4 or 5 targets to damage by 1. Like, good luck. You can boost it with Sangreal? Again, like, this isn't a build-around card, but it requires build-around levels of effort to get value. I can't see that would ever work. Here, people trying to cook something. Yeah, fair. Like, you know what? Let them have fun, right? It's fine. Like, I'm not saying this was a bad change. I just think, like, this card is so hopeless. But we got time now, right? We have infinite time and infinite buffs. So, like, if people want to keep buffing this to make it a playable card, whatever. Protector was already good. It was fine at 4/4. It's just that, like, I don't think 5/5 is better than 4/4. It was fine at 4. You just weren't playing it because you didn't need extra provisions in that deck. But you could have played it and floated a provision, it would have been just as good. Thanks, iRays. Thanks for hanging out. So Aquin getting a power nerf. That's probably good. I don't know. Like, it's a very strong card, but just having it die to a joust feels kind of wrong. Or I guess if they call it the forested, it goes to 5 now. I don't know. I maybe would have been better to nerf it by provision, but Draco Turtle eating a power nerf. Because we buffed every other card in Self-Wound so much. I don't know what that does. I don't know. Vesemir Mentor got a power nerf. It's the carryover plus like point slam if you played in a long round 1. Part of the SK Witchers deck. People, I mean, the problem with that deck was that we buffed Witcher Trio, and then we've spent like 16 other nerfs on like all the related cards that were never a problem, instead of just reverting the Witcher Trio nerf, right? Like, the Witcher Trio nerf was the problem. It caused problems in a number of decks. It never should have gotten that many buffs. And now we've nerfed like All God a few times, we've nerfed Vesemir Mentor, we've nerfed other cards. All because of that one deck, which we created by buffing the... Just undo the thing that you did. Just... If the thing you did you tried it, it went badly, just reverse it. If you stuck fork in eye and eye hurts, pull out fork and stop sticking fork. Like, you don't need to, like, stick a fork in the other eye. Like, I don't... Whatever. Iris is now 2 power, which is... I get it, like, power nerfs are hard, but, like, stop it. This card has been way over nerfed. Sometimes you have to play it from hand. And then, like, Cyclops it or consume it. Like, has anybody thought of that for monsters? No. Like, because you can play a 6 provision Darren to put this in your graveyard in a rent-free deck. Every other deck that could have used this for consistency or for like clever play has now lost the ability to do it because a rent-free deck touched you. And then I don't understand this Philippa nerf. I don't think Philippa was all that oppressive at 3 power. So someone's gonna have to explain this one to me. Vivian losing a power. I guess did somebody buff it to 5 or something? Which is discarded from hand. It's basically only... Right. But, like, why? Like, it doesn't change the abusive part of the card. You just make it worse in situations where it's a brick. Like, why reduce the floor of a card? Like, there were games where back then I used it to proc Thrive on my Kashi. Because draws were bad that game. Like, I don't understand why you gotta make... Like, it doesn't do anything. And... This card exists, and... This card, like, surely we weren't out of power nerfs. Winter Queen eating a power nerf to 3... fine, I guess. Metallic Dan did it about a year ago, I feel like. Which one did Metallic... Oh, what did Metallic Danny do? Oh, the Witcher Trio buff? Vivian. He did it, yeah. And that's exactly all it was used for, but also, like... There were decks that have more than one target for it. Like a Leo or whatever, but... Yeah. So the reverting that is fine. Sergeant to 3 power is fine. This is where it belongs, honestly. On-Crate Raider got reversed. That's good. It was too good where it was because of Bran and because of veterans. I get that people wanted to like, oh well, if we're gonna nerf raid cards, then we should buff something else. But like making a card auto include in every Skellige deck was not the way to do it. And this is now back to a reasonable power. That's good. Send them one didn't need a provision. Like, vampires suck because they don't have the ability to remove units, and because removing units has anti-synergy with their, like, entire identity thanks to CDPR, which is Regis. So, like... I don't know. People are just gonna start playing mid-range Bloodsend. You know how I feel about leader provision buffs. I think they're generally a bad idea. Because they don't address the reason why a leader's not played, and also they end up creating more mid-range playstyles. Vampire cards have been buffed to where they're good now. Like, Necrorat at 5 power is a good card. Alp is a 10 for 5, like, with an order, yeah. But it's a 7 floor, 10 ceiling, right? Fletter's a good card. Garcanes are good cards. The problem with vampires is, and has always been, that A, they require targets, right? And they get cock-blocked by like things like Veil. And B, they lack control. Okay? Like, and so like you saw Youngface brought Eskel, Heatwave, and 2 Spears and Gale, and he still got like clapped on because he just couldn't answer. Like, you know what would have fixed vampires a long time ago and they would have needed like 65 different buffs all to still have the same weakness, Van Morlem Hunters being cross-faction. If vampires had 4P locks, like their control problem would have been solved. Instead, like rent-free vampire decks were playing like Riptide and Toad and Dorigary and Aguara and whatever. Like they do have 4P locks. Those are not these shackles that you can't tutor. Like, you know what, like, or you know, another way to like fix vampires would have been if Oriana played a bronze vampire from your deck, right? Like, if it could put 2 threats on the board and give you a consistent, like, if an Oriana could play a Flutter or whatever, right? Like, and then like remove the deploy from it. Like they just always had those problems with being too reliant on Regis and Flutters and or Necrotome in the case of Golden Necker. Shackles is not like a good, because again, sometimes it'll remove a target, and like Van Morlem Hunters are way better than Shackles in a vampire deck because they have synergy with Necrorath, they have synergy with Oriana, because they have a melee ability where you can apply bleed, like, which is really important for Regis, for Flutter, for Oriana, for like a lot of things, right? Like again, Van Morlem Hunters in vampires in monsters would have solved so many problems, but they would never have done that. Yeah, I always suggested for vampires things like remove all the bleed from a target and boost an allied unit by the amount of bleed removed, like a blood transfusion, right? Or cauterized wound, right? Like apply damage to a target equal to the amount of bleeding on that target. So like if something has 9 bleed on it and then you play this, they'll take 9 damage. Basically turning its damage over time to an instant effect, right? Kind of like what Winter Queen did for Frost. But they needed a way to convert like bleeding to either damage or to healing or to boost, and they didn't. And so they've always been trapped by the 1 damage per turn mechanic of bleeding. And then Unseen Elder is not an answer because it has absolute complete anti-synergy with Garcane, Flutter, Oriana, and Regis. It's a schizophrenic, like, because they did like 1 pass with Deadlaugh and stuff, and then later when they did the Regis Flutter rework, it was completely like against everything else that was in vampires. Like it's just really terrible, like flawed design. Imagine Proto Flutter, but it drains by the amount of bleed. Yeah, like drains are good, or converting bleeds to damage, or converting bleed to boosts. Like those are things that were good. Like converting, like the point is that you're not you're not locked into this, I gotta wait 3 turns to do 3 damage to this one engine that's gonna grow. Like, it's so garbage. Don't mind me, I'm just unleashing my header and completely shadow. Yeah, you can thank Shinmiri for that one. Go unleash it on him. Because he wanted his Shoop decks to have a 4P answer for, God forbid, somebody else playing a cheesy deck or an engine deck or something that he didn't have a 7th answer for. Because he just likes playing decks that have 7 answers and a bunch of uncounterable points. So he never loses a game. Like, that's his life goal, is to have like an 80% win rate. Because losing a game is like the end of the world for him. Yeah. Lesser Witch got a provision increase. Shackles wasn't a Shin buff? Really? Okay, well then I take back what I said. He heavily supported it. It was a Seagull Coalition. Yeah, but like he could have reverted it, and he doesn't want it. He likes it. And they coordinate now. Like they have a Discord where they all agree. So it's all. I think they want to make him 6 power, yeah. Which is also dumb. Because like Relic should have 4P cards. Incubus, like, Like, we need to have 4 provision cards, 5 provision cards, and 6 provision cards that are relics, okay? And, like, if they're not good enough at 6 provisions, then buff them. Like, make Self Eater 6/6, right? This was a fine card. You could even make it 6/4. It would be kind of busted, but you could do it. Revenant is now 6 provisions. That's interesting. Colgrim is now 10 provisions, so you can't play it in Golden Necker? That's an idiotic nerf. Colgrim was never a problem at 9 provisions, and this is like a wah, I lost the double Colgrim with Renew, wah, kind of nerf. Like, it's just not really a problem. Colgrim is never, like Mill has been problem at some points in Gwent. Clog has generally not, because Clog has always had way more counterplay. There's a lot of Colgrims last season, so what? The card's been 9 provisions for like 3-4 years. This is what I don't understand. Like, the Balance Council constantly, like, addressing symptoms, not causes. Must be a problem that Milcog is actually decent? Yeah, good. It's not fun to lose a game when I'm I mean, is Clog really that strong? That it's like that a good player with a good deck, like, is just gonna auto lose if they got bad draws? Yeah, all got again eating a nerf because of the Witcher trio. Because they were like fun all god decks, like. But whatever. Kind of was? Really? Well, what changed though? Why did it become good all of a sudden? Because I noticed Sander also got nerfed. Was it perhaps because Ivar and Slave Infantry were so good that every other shit-ass Nilfgaard deck got elevated by them? And also Sergeant was at 10 power? Like, there's certain cards that, like, make all... Like, there was a time when, like, right when, like, the soldiers got reworked, that suddenly, like, every garbage-ass NG archetype was dominant. But that's because of... Like, you have to ask, what changed? Because this has been 9 provisions for 3 years, and it wasn't a problem. No, why do we need to nerf Golden Necker Clog even? That was always pretty effective, was people abstain from playing it. So, okay. So then it wasn't a problem. I don't know. Like, decks that thin a lot counter Clog. And we have more thinning and more consistency in the game than we've ever had in the history of Gwent. I just don't buy it. I just think, like, what people forget how to play against an asymmetrical deck, and then they hate nerf it instead of, like, learning how to play. Like, how many top Clog cards even are viable right now? I don't know. Ivar is getting another provision. This was fine at 10 provisions and 4 power. What the fuck are we doing? This is so idiotic. Rent-free is 16 provisions. Temples, okay. Wait, Heist was 14? Like, I mean, you saw me, like, just move on. Like, I don't think anybody can have a different opinion about how stupid this is. Well, clearly some people do, but fuck those people. Barbagazi is now 5 provisions. Alright. It would have been lovely if this was 6/6 and got Zeal, but it is what it is. Ice now is more expensive than Feign Death. Or was. Yeah, well, it was like a hate nerf, right? But like Heist, once Vanadane got nerfed and all the other guards got nerfed, like... I mean, it's always been a problematic design, but it's fine. I think this buffing at 13 is fine. Where's Sam? He would be happy about the Fallen Rayla buff. I mean, I still don't think people are going to play this until it goes to 9. But this is fine. It's like too many things to think about for the average Gwent player, so it's not going to be a problem. Wait, Weavis is 9 provisions now? Kind of doesn't mean anything except for like maybe there's a Death Wish Golden Necker deck that can play it. I wasn't. I was saying you'd be happy to see it. There's no synergy with Succubus. The Dole Deluxe energy is out. Have you no one's built anything cancer with Weavis yet? No, the thing is, like, the cancer comes from AQ. So, this going down to 9 doesn't really change anything. When Sabbath is 13, right? Sabbath lost 3 provisions. AQ lost a power and a provision. Defender lost a provision. Hive Mind lost 3 provisions. It's just it's hard to do stuff. But now you can renew a Weavis, which is maybe something, but renew's so expensive that it's really worth playing for really cheesy cards. This card was playing bad Death Wish cards? That's a good thing, right? Like, the best Death Wish cards are like Deathlaugh and Succubus. And nobody plays Rot Fiend and Egg and Werecat and those other things. Which, speaking of which, by the way, like, why isn't there a Werecat provision buff instead of this shit? Highland Warlords are back to 6 provisions and 3 power. That's good. I support this change. Renew is the Tattering Reveal card. Oh, so you can replay a Triss or something? You consume a Triss with a Kikimor, or you destroy a Triss with Kikimor and then you replay it or whatever. And then we have Shawnee getting a provision buff. I'm not sure why. Shawnee is 6'9". Oh, is that why? Temple to 18 would like to see. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Fuck this card. Sorry, Gibane. Fuck this card. And then Roche got a... Wait a second. Right, this is why we saw Blue Dream Roche again. So this is like a toxic kind of... Wow, I want my deck back kind of buff. You say that with sarcasm, but it's not an unreasonable valuation for what it gives you. So Milayan finally got a buff. And now it's an 8 for 8. Congratulations. Yeah, 3 more and it can be a bland, boring stat. Like, you know what I mean? It's like so much effort because it's like, oh, it's a card I've never seen play because it's a shit card. Some cards belong in the trash. This is one of them. You're garbage. Okay, you're garbage. I get, look, I get it's a pretty lady. Okay, I know how much y'all have boners for pretty scoia'tael ladies. But some cards just belong in the garbage. Even if they have cool art. You should have been lobbying for CDPR to rework it back when they were still around. We can't fix this. No, Trainhawk was on my list for a while too. I tried to get it buffed. I was like, it's a harmony card with damage and movement. It can... Whatever. Like Sabbath. Sabbath is at least an interesting card. This is literally like a Dwarven Skirmisher. There are just some golds that are shittier versions of existing bronzes. They'll never be good for that reason. I don't understand this at all. Like, I don't know why this got a buff. I said a shittier version. The worst Solbatana Archer, yeah. Like, it's like you have to make it 5 provisions for it to be good, and then it's like, why is this card? If your opponent tries to set up 4 Neckers, okay. A lot of things answer that. I don't understand. It's not the worst offender because the implications of it aren't as big a deal as you think. Ain't nobody going to be playing Golden Necrofrost. It sucks for a variety of reasons. Because when they redesigned Frost, they made it into a deck that builds itself because of Tyrannelia. Right? And because of Gale's being Devotion. Like, you just... Like, Frost can just float provisions already, and this is just going to let them float. I mean, maybe more of them will now run Morvad, which is a problem, maybe? But, like, in terms of the Frost deck, this doesn't mean much. It wipes... It doesn't... It trades down against Mating Season because it doesn't get rid of the Vitality. It's just not good. Like, there was a time where you could have said it, like, sets up Scorch or Shiru or Igni or something. But it doesn't, because it's not even order with 4 charges. It's, like, instant. It's just bad on so many levels. Lebiota got a provision buff. If you make this card good enough to be played, you've made it good enough to be toxic. Because people then have to answer an 8-power card to prevent your other cheese from becoming unanswerable. Like, stop it. Like, this is a bad change. Yeah. Overall, I don't know. I see, like, 3 good changes. I mean, there's some good reverts, right? Like, these 4 are all good reverts. And this is a good revert, but, like, good changes? I see, like, this is also a good revert. Like, I don't see any good changes, actually. Only good things I see are reverts. Everything else is bad. Maybe you can say this is good. Yeah. Maybe you can say this is good. I don't know. But change is good for your Tattering Syndicate? Yes, yes it is. Yeah, Revenants have been a bit of a cancer on the meta for a long time now. Well, hopefully Anar can find something else. Because it's been kind of getting carried by Revenants. Nithrol 7? Yeah, maybe that will be fine. Alright guys, thank you so much